see.
ISO might be an option.
I mean, they might honestly just think we might be playing Lucian ADC.
Mm-hmm.
Bans? Is there anything mid you don't want to play versus?
Absolutely
LeBlanc's
block.
already banned.
Besides
Is there
that,
anything top you want to ban?
I'll take ban. No, it's a Sedge.
What's that
I
only
think.
top most likely? I mean,
Yeah,
we could
Sedge
just
top.
ban Zin then.
Yeah, Benzin.
He bans in, and then I'm trying to think of what else he might play that's like decent into us. He could go Skarner? Question mark?
They need AP.
Probably not. Yeah.
I mean, he could also go Poppy.
Yeah, he's. They're gonna go an AP mid laner.
I don't think Poppy's good for them.
Mm.
Maybe Viego. I think they go Viego.
I was gonna say Viego or Nocturne is his other two I would bet on.
But that's still more AD. We should probably get
They'll have
some-
an AP control mage mid. I don't think they'll go more, honestly.
Yeah, do we want to ban an AP control mage mid? Like Vigar.
Veigar, he plays Veigar and Lissandra. So whichever you guys think is a better choice, because I think they're both good bans.
I think just get rid of Veigar.
I agree.
I agree that, yeah.
I would say Lissandra
He
since
might-
they have
might
the
go
Leon and
Ace
Sejuani.
Maybe he goes Ace One.
Aesol would be a good pick, yeah. Is Lucian into Aesol fun?
Yes.
Nivea.
Would you look at that?
That's fine.
Zaya or Zeri?
Up to you, brother.
Zeri, better against tanks.
I mean, later in the game it will be. But Zaya's probably better into Jinx.
I think it's just whatever you're
I think
survive on.
Zaya. I think go Zaya.
Okay.
I second that. I think Zeri's also gonna be very awkward
Fair.
later. With
Yeah.
that much control,
Top
Top.
lane, what do we need?
I mean, we need to engage. I don't.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably like Ornn, I think. Skarner.
Orange, better.
They're probably gonna flex Sedge and then probably go. They could go Gwen. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'd worry about.
It's fine. I survived the Gwen. It's an E4 Gwen.
Yeah,
Amen, brother.
same man.
Same man.
Not bad.
Wait, there's no way they flex this guy Sedge. This guy doesn't play tanks in the jungle.
Yeah. It's one of those, we're gonna pretend to flex it, but not actually flex it things.
Yeah. Oh, just kidding. He has 3 games of Skarner at a 0% win rate. Okay. Well. Alright.
That was a good draft, I think.
Yes, they could start it. I don't care. Bump this real quick.
Good counter engage. This is definitely a team though. If we're not first at objectives, we just don't get it. They have too much zoning.
Yeah. Gotta be careful mid for those roams. Leona and Sedge are both probably gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Telemar game.
I'll wait a second to make sure Reps comes back on time. Probably save Lucian Dash for a Nivea wall. Makes
Yep.
ganking easier. Their jungler likes to focus bot lane a lot.
Cool.
That's fine.
We're good. Oh, nice. Good luck banning silly little Willy.
God damn it, I forgot I had to do this.
It's the
Yeah.
the league.
But of course.
You what?
What's some you want, by the way, Chris?
Give me a second, I think.
Okay. In the meantime, what's our win con here, guys? What's our focus?
I mean, I think if Zyra fucking power farms and scales, they can't walk into us. I mean, they'll use Leona. But we have Braum to peel off. And Ornn to zone with Q.
Yeah, I mean the entire way that we play this is we just look for, like, we look for position on objectives, and then we just let them come into us, and we just like poke them with Zyra Q, and then like maybe 40 seconds, 30 seconds before an objective, Lucian just culling somebody in mid lane, doesn't matter who it is, gets them half HP, and then like we just get free setup.
Yeah.
And that's literally just how we play. And then
How's
we
the-
just kite backwards.
How's the Viego Zyra
Fuck,
early
I know.
status go? Okay.
I out clear him. He could look to early invade, maybe.
That's what I was thinking, potentially.
I'll just go E third, and then if he invades, I'll just run away.
You lose that, right?
I would assume. Well, I guess it just depends. Depends if he flash.
If he's stupid and just walks into something, then he loses.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if he just
like
flash W's
misses-
me, then I
yeah.
lose.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that doesn't hit, then you're probably fine. Like if he W's a plant or something, then
This is
Yeah.
a huge Merc game.
absolutely.
just in case anybody was
Chris, what's some, by the way?
Yeah, you can go exhaust.
Alright. I kind of figured. I don't really see any other pit summoner here.
I'm gonna clear bottom to top, and then on first reset, I mean I might look for something bottom on first reset, or we can just look for early Drake. I think the Drake is definitely fightable as long as we have brown mid.
Okay.
I have to set up my plants, so this is gonna be a little weird, but
I can ward one side and then walk to the other.
no, it shouldn't be that bad. I'll go sit there, but I just have to walk over like early.
We pledged ourselves
Sure.
to each other in the middle of a tavern brawl.
Are you start? Wait, what you said? You're starting Braum? You said?
Vomit, sweat, and blood.
No, I'm gonna start bot side.
It
About
was
that?
so
Okay.
romantic.
I'm just gonna have to run over to red early.
Okay.
Care for the invade.
Talking to anybody about anything is never on my to-do list.
I mean, they don't really. Yeah, I guess it's about it.
They could with Leona E and a
Looks like-
VQ.
Looks like 5 point.
So Chris, what is our objective here?
Rebellion puts the fire.
I think
in my
you
blood.
should be like fishing for Qs and just like if Leona E's me, you're Eing Jinx. Like Eing Jinx off from trading against me. You E like versus Jinx and auto Leona, if that makes sense.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ionians never learn.
No shot that just fucking spawned there. Oh no. He warded.
They
I'm
warded?
pretty sure here.
Yep.
Nature is wild and untamed, not balanced.
Game over, bro.
This was our world first.
Is there any level 2 or 3 like that, Chris, that we look?
Yeah. They're just playing Jinx, so it's looking good, Tayo.
We the Staya are only half of our full glory. Good henchmen are hard to find.
I'll get. Oh, okay. Never mind, you're good. Oh. Yeah, you're good. Okay.
It's only a
You need helping with this one? Oh no, you don't.
No. No, you don't. Leona's Belling's there.
Full.
Oh boy.
Rex fucking D.
Well, I
That's
guess
fine.
Leona took it.
Actually, no, Leona got it. That's actually good.
Jinx
Oh
on
man.
threading the needle.
No cross. I should have body blocked that.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have her
Wait.
top real quick.
Magic is always
I'm gonna come ward here,
Style
and I'm gonna
say.
look mid. Veiga's bot. Veiga's bot. He's here.
Next.
He's gonna look mid or he's on still. He's looking scuttled
We
on
have to
bot.
fast push this. We can't let her.
Just, I don't think we're gonna be able to now.
You have to hit. You
He's
hit.
gonna
You
look.
can.
You go bot side.
He might look mid.
In Draconian here, I make out with
If they freeze, they're the goats. It's
blood.
okay.
He loves it when I do that.
I mean, they're gonna.
He might look my second spawn over
Okay,
after.
Diego's here.
He's definitely looking my second spawn Raptors. I'm just fucked.
Our Vestine essence fades with each passing day.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Triple Plains is crazy.
Good job.
Well
I
done.
really hate anyone who's not me. Or Rakan.
I need you
Can
right
you,
now.
can you
bro.
check this?
I'm on the way. Yep.
Yeah,
You
he's,
know it's
he's
gone.
maybe here. Can you check this?
Yeah, I'll check real quick.
Yeah, by the way, I have self TP, so I can just
That's
be
good.
back to mid. If he's there, okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm going this way, Chris.
Nature bends towards
I'm here.
pivot and break.
Brother doesn't dodge, alright.
I'm going Raptors, Krugs, bot. Diego should be here.
Alright, McLeod was a pink.
Humans.
Chris?
Very blue.
Yeah,
You see
he's
Diego
on
on
Raptors.
The wave isn't good for me to just.
Okay, okay. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. I just need yes or
After
no.
with him.
You go top side.
TP from Sejuani. Back top.
Nothing is ever easy.
Me.
That was really easy.
That's clear.
And they won't be needing that anymore.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
That's fine.
You can contest that bush.
I'm bot. Is there a way you just fast push it and then we just go Drake?
Yeah.
Ionia's meddling birthed our rebellion.
I was gonna say they're not probably gonna literally look here. They've been playing pretty passive.
Maybe miss him.
Diego's gonna be bot side soon. He's probably here. No, they're on me. They're on me.
Coming.
Okay.
At least-
A rotating bot's coming too.
I'm not 6 yet, I'm coming down. No, it's harsh, it's harsh.
Slow to Nitty, but that's probably it. Yeah, you're probably still dead. Good judge.
Death was nice and peaceful. Thanks for ruining it.
I'm coming. Just pulling one of them.
Ionia used to be so nice. Before humans tamed all that wild cataclysmic magic.
Oh, this is good. What? Fuck. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, we just like.
How am I hit by the stun there, dude?
Tavern brawls just seem to find
Fuck.
them. They might so much right to the death. Like everyone in
Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Go top.
Here we go.
They really didn't do dragon with that double, huh? Interesting.
Well, I'm bored.
They probably want Grub's prio.
Yeah, my pathing is fucked actually.
I hate tiny skulls stuffed with twigs on either.
You have to be fucking kidding.
Here.
Diego probably still up here. Careful from P top side.
Yeah, I mean they most likely are just gonna look for Grubs.
Magic is not some river that
Here.
can be easily channeled. It is a churning sea that flows where it pleases.
Diego here.
Double down
They're
there.
just no.
I was gonna say they're gonna have Leona and Anivia here. I don't think we contest it.
All women are
They'll be here.
like they know what to do with it. They dropped something. Guard.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Keep fishing for Q.
Yeah, well, Leona's about to be 6. That's my worry.
It's okay.
Big lots up.
Come on.
Hello, Diego.
Ah, for fuck's sake. He's gonna.
Oh man, no shot on Servo Murado. Oh man. They're playing so bad, it's so
That was a
annoying.
nice vacation from the tedium, but nothing good came out of this.
We're going.
Pandemonium follows me everywhere I go. It's like a puppy I once fed.
Nice. Diego should be on his way back top.
That was too easy, but so much.
Leo top side.
Diego here.
Talking to people makes me want to.
Leo walking down.
Wow. Leo and Nineveh going down.
I'm watching Chris. We got a plant here.
Yep, they're here.
Chris, you gotta back off.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen them exit.
Keeping there. We fight this. We fight this. We take this fight.
Well, that's crazy that he let me hit that for free.
Focus on Nivea. Focus on Nivea, then egg. Diego. You need Diego, so no reset. Okay. Leaving fight.
I will rest when our homelands are restored.
These are some concept camps. We're done. He's here.
I prefer to work at night.
I have Warmog, so I'm just gonna go walk around top.
Yuck.
Nineveh no TP.
I'll do whatever needs to be done. twice. Just to be sure.
Staying on still here.
Chris.
I'm sorry, but if we don't just like fight them, I think
Not true.
Yeah.
We need to play more passive.
we lose. Really? Wow.
If our
Yeah.
existence is
I'll-
everyone else's
We
fault,
scale.
I'll
We need to
be
play through that and take team fights when we're. The difference between 1 and 2 items is less than the difference between 2 and 3.
They know I'm here, but we'll see.
We need to chill and go to our original plan of letting Zyra get strong.
I'm never gonna get strong. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm so fucked that I'm not getting strong. We can't let
Victors
this
are the
down.
sole
They know I'm here.
authors
Viega's
of
coming.
history. Time to write our chapter.
Viega's just gonna look off. They're gonna look straight.
Fighters are my king. Don't feel bad, they're just magically animated.
If it goes wild, so it's dark here. Enemy could be there.
Dodge takes patience and time.
Yeah, don't drag.
He is.
Lots of feather daggers.
They're backing off.
No, we're not contesting this.
Yeah, I can see that now. Whatever.
Sedge no R, me no R. I can push this and then walk down.
Like, this is not real.
Oh, I'm born to ruffle feathers.
Ah, man. No support. And maybe I'm missing.
Oh, Leo's here. She's no ulti though. Oh,
Yeah,
Viega's
bot.
here though. Well,
I'm gonna get Dove regardless. Oh, I'm not. Nice.
No one will block my path.
I'm missing.
We can get top tower here.
I'll toggle for this.
They say I don't know when to quit.
My way.
No Sedge ult.
Got it.
Block Q over wall. Sorry.
Oh god.
Ion Tonfa.
You can pinch Anivia if you ping.
Good pick me here on Navia.
Oh,
Yes, it is. Go, go, go. Get this damn wall.
I don't speak compromise.
Go with Viego.
bro, I hate this champ so much.
Come on, come on, come on. She's not getting out. She's not getting out.
I think she's out.
No, she's not getting out.
TP.
Anybody about anything is never.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
We need to stop taking fights when Viego's there. That's how we lose the fights.
Where?
Yes.
That's where.
Oh.
Is this ethically sourced?
I go top, Zaya go mid now after that.
Yeah.
Almost here.
Rebellion with fire.
Bro, I hate this Anivia so
I'm
much. Get
walking
off
down.
of me.
I'm walking down. Okay. I won't have it.
Draconians never lie. Well, luck with that magical creature discount? Nature is wild and untamed.
They have vision in this bush. They're coming up.
There was someone bot. She's my mid. She come back mid.
Oh, glory.
We go top side.
Yep.
We can set up for this maybe. They're looking bot.
You have to be
Lord.
fucking kidding me, man.
Once magic was everywhere. Words of a star say, and people sought.
I won't have TP for this. Careful for Viego there, coming from top side. 29 on Drake.
If it's not so open, we can just give it up.
Yeah, they're there first. We need to give.
If Ricardo were here, I'd make out with him until his ears bled. He'd bust
Push mid, just keep pushing mid. Watch out bot.
I'm getting out. Cover me behind. They're backing up right now.
They're coming up
Watch
Chris
out, they're
Fielder.
here. Watch out, they're here.
There's 4 mid, there's 4 mid, 4 mid.
Our Vestonian essence fades with each passing day.
Oh, still here for sure. Leon has ulti, Chris, just so you know.
No, Leona Noir. Leona Noir.
Oh.
They're gonna look here though, for sure.
Or we're not.
They're swinging top, maybe.
Yeah, I'm out.
I think it's missing. She was.
What?
I think it's bot.
Bends towards chaos. Give in or break.
They could just look Baron on spawn.
I have my blue right now.
If they walk up, it might go.
Pretty outnumbered here.
I would. I have TP up.
Leona's half HP. That 1500 gold, I'm just resetting. Let's go.
On the sword.
Okay, so we're doing this.
You're alone. Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
I'm out.
Maybe he's still missing. You could top. Sorry, he's out.
Oh, shit. Trying here.
Focus Viego, focus Viego.
Trying to body block for Chris here. Damn it.
I'm more wait to see if I can get you out.
Wait, that's such kind of rolled there.
Nice. I think it's Umar now.
We shove mid, I have Warmux.
Bro.
Oh, she's in team.
That's her flash. That's her
Flash.
flash.
You can flash. You can flash.
Alpha first item.
Thank you.
I always wanted to be buried and resurrected in this outfit.
I'll go outside.
That's how we want to play those fights. We want to not let Viego get resets.
Yes.
God, this degen. I gotta get more woods. Careful in there without me. That's crazy. King's
Goes out.
ulted. So they got vision in here too.
And maybe it was last in bot side. I'm recalling right now. Take this bot. Do you know they're on? No, they're
No,
not
they're
on.
not on it.
On me.
Did she ult you?
Careful with committing.
Yeah,
Careful
she
with
was.
committing.
Okay, Leon ult her.
Do you have blue ward? No, somebody's here. This one.
Yeah, they might be down there. Fiego's missing. They're probably just playing for soul.
This is overpriced, but I must have it.
There's soul in a minute. There's Jinx really close to Y, so watch out.
I
She has
only
A.
want it to be so nice. Before humans tamed all that wild cataclysm.
Okay. I'm gonna reset, and then we have a minute to Drake. I just got this, so they can't technically rush it, so... We just play slow. Pair mid. We need to save bullets. I'm not gonna have 2 items.
Warrior.
I think it's fine if we just go through mid.
They're not. It's another jungle right here.
Just be careful. Anivia's over here too. We don't want to overcommit.
We're walking through
Oh,
mid.
I'm
We're
just doing
walking
damage.
through
I'm
mid.
just doing damage.
Walking through mid.
Sedge and I can't TP.
Well,
We're both
jeez.
lost by the other.
Bro, she gets. Oh, that's so fucking bad.
I'm just gonna hit mid tower for now.
Come in.
Okay, Leona's here.
Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in. We see Navy in the jungle. Yo, I think that's first move.
Look Viego. Watch out from bot, There's...
Sleep, Chris. Sleep, Chris. Oh,
We still play this slow. I have big damage here. I have
Really
big damage.
strong right now.
uh-oh. Oh,
Look, Jenny? Oh. Alright, Jinx over here.
So close.
Ah, that's a flash.
there you go. Oh, it's done. Buffing you. Uh-oh. That's alright. Take what you can get.
Fuck. I need my third item.
Oh, I wasn't finished with these fools yet.
Oh shit.
I hate flowers.
Can we just pray for an Elder Flip?
Prigs, on the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're coming top.
Yeah.
I need this item so bad, dude. The actual damage.
Oh boy.
Magic is
We're
not
coming.
Just
Give
come
me
towards
4v3
me.
if you can live.
I'm coming.
You're probably,
15
it's
seconds on my
Leona.
arm.
That's...
I think it's the flat. I think it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
flat.
yeah. This is our only chance to win. And if you're coming back, 10
Gotta
seconds.
move to me, gotta move to me.
I have big damage, man.
Oh, fuck. Had to try.
Ooh, I wasn't finished with these fools yet.
I didn't. I don't.
It's fine. I thought the other one would be first since you built it first.
Someone's so nice.
It's 100 gold. So join the box on it.
Oh yeah, Chris, come here. Got upgrade.
All women desire God. But they know what to do with him.
They're just gonna left here for a second spawn camps.
Third station.
I mean, honestly, if they fight with Baron, it's not bad.
They're gonna look after the wave, though, is what they're waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Jump. Jesus Christ. Still dead.
Oh my fucking god. You kill him, Diego. Don't shoot him.
You lock it.
What went wrong?
What's that?
What went wrong?
I'd say pretty much everything, no?
Not very helpful to what we can do better this game, but
Yeah, no, I
I
know,
don't
I mean,
disagree.
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
like, that's a blanket answer. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have prio mid. I fucked up a gank mid. Leona just showed up mid like level 2, and I don't know if anybody said anything.
No.
No.
So that's awesome. I mean, I'm on Drake, and like I should just be looking mid to see if we have prio, but I'm just not. I just that's on me. I just assumed because I'm dumb. Bot wave is kind of bad. I mean, that just fucks us.
Yeah, like, we're misplaying the 2v2 really poorly. Like, really, really poorly.
I mean, like, I'm trying to calm, like, yo, I'm gonna clear Raptors to bot, and then we could look Drake, but, like, it just never seems like whenever I'm communicating of, like, what my, like, vision is, I just have, it's like crickets. It's like, I don't know if somebody's gonna be able to get push, I don't know if it's, like, impossible. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start Drake, and then it's just silence, and then all of a sudden Anivia is on me, and it's like, all right, I guess. So it's like, our only winning lane is top lane, and like, I guess I could sit top with, but it's like, I don't know.
Ornn into Sedge? Hell no.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't, and then like I fuck my sequence up to look for Drake, and then at that point my tempo is just like completely fucked. And then we look mid, and I'm like calming like, hey, just look at this, and then we're like not. So like we're both just like desynced. And then I don't know, yeah, it's just like fucked. Because everything just feels fucked. I don't know how else to explain it. And I know that's not like conducive or, you know, like helpful. That's just how it feels. Like just everything feels like fucked.
That's what happens when jungle loses. Not saying it was your fault
No,
that you lost, but
no. I mean,
that is how
yeah.
it-
No, it is my fault. Like I could have played better, but like it's just.
I mean, everyone always can. It's best to look right now for what we can specifically do different next game.
I think we have to, like, probably just take away Leona. Like, if just take blue again and, like, first pick Leona. I'll be honest, I'm not sure, like, because I know you, like, messaged me, Balls, that, like, Braum, that you don't feel good on Braum, but, like, it's, like, I know, like, Leona Nautilus, in term, like, if we're playing, like, AP jungle, we, like, or, like, you know, like, damage, like, range AP damage jungle, like, we probably need a melee champ. So like I don't know what other options there are aside from like.
Alistair.
I mean, look, I'm just gonna say this. Like, I just don't think bot lane fucking matters. Like, I love you both to death, but like, we should not just be picking balls some random champion because it looks good. It's like, what champions does he like somewhat understand the timing of? And like, that's all that matters.
That's what I'm saying. We should just first pick
But-
Leona.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I mean that's fair. Like Leona, Nautilus, or just like the two. Just
How did Zaya feel?
I mean, I don't know. Lane was bad. Our 2v2 was bad. Mid game was fine because I can just initiate fights for us by just face tanking Leona. And then the game was somewhat playable.
I mean, is it just? I don't know.
Top lane jack shit happened.
Yeah, and I can't imagine your matchup that much would happen.
I discovered early on that I could tank her and just hit tower. And that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we just go like, do we just go red or do we just go blue and then just first pick Leona?
Blue first pick Leona. I also say we drop a Helios ban for Viego because if we're going to play messy team fights like we always have, we can't have someone resetting in them.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So we take blue again?
Yeah. That game would have been very different if it wasn't a Viego.
I also don't think like it
Can
doesn't
you
look
go
like they played
to the
Aphelios
left
in their
pod?
other games. Yeah, I know he
What
plays.
was
It doesn't look like they play Aphelios in their other games. I think we shouldn't ban it.
They've played Aphelios once.
They
Todd,
did.
can you go over to blue, please?
Yeah.
Can somebody make draft lane?
Yeah, I got it.
Um,
If anybody wants to watch draft from not their screen.
Like,
So bans will be Jin, LeBlanc, Viego. Anything we want out more than that? First pick Leona.
well, that's fun.
Okay. Nobody invited balls.
Real.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Chris, can you come down, please? Balls, can you come down, please?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to just make people's laning better? Like, I'm cool with just not like farming or like is there anything I can do to just help
Nothing.
just help anybody? It doesn't matter, even if it's just like something trivial.
Not for me.
I'll try to let you know when it happens, but it's not anything consistent. It'll be
Okay.
like pushing stuff in, which I am usually good about.
Yeah, that will be the exception. Only when it helps you get himself shoved in, but that's about it.
So
I
top
mean-
lane's playing Sejuani. Are we fine with Garen into that?
I mean, if you think it's good. I mean, I wouldn't pick it here. I would just pick a
Yeah.
second rotation. I mean, I think here we just go Jinx, no, Chris?
Yeah, go Jinx.
And then don't lock. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
We could just not go jungle, and then I can just pick like a engaged tank.
I also don't think like if we're gonna go Jinx comp, I think probably like I'd rather do like the Ornn like we did last game.
Okay, would you rather have engaged jungle, or would you rather have like Karthus or Brand or Ivern?
I think we can hold off jungle pick for second rotation.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, then we just go Corki or Lucian then.
Corki?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, they're corking.
Or Ivern, honestly. Like maybe we can go Ivern in this game. If you're thinking about playing like a tank jungle, I'd rather you just play Ivern. We already have like Leona, and our top lane's probably gonna go tank.
At the very least, I'm going Bruiser.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just banned Karthus here, so I mean, no, enough crazy. Yeah.
Would we steal the Sedge, perhaps?
There you have Sedge. Yeah, Randall's looking good. I mean, is it a LeBlanc? Oh, we already been LeBlanc. Is it a double mid ban? Like Tristana? I don't know if he even plays Tristana, but like Tristana insert here? I don't know.
If he
Kind of
plays
a fan of
Tristana,
the
I can deal with it. Just itemizing for it. So I would say get rid of the Nivea because it's just no matter what I play, she's always gonna have power like after 6, and that's gonna be like priority for the next 20 to 25 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe a Nivea Veigar.
I agree.
Get rid of that bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know what to go jungle here.
Rumble, Ivern, probably Rumble. Into poke. I'd say Rumble's not
I'm a
bad.
big fan of Rumble into this too.
You said you are or not?
R.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem with going... no, we have Leona. Yeah, we can go Rumble. That's fine. We can go Rumble.
Rumble and then probably Ornn?
I would just say play whatever you're, like, gonna be super comfortable playing. Like, I mean, if you think Garen is just gonna win us the game, then play Garen, but, like... We just have to have that understanding.
That's
So it's up to you, brother.
Balls, any insight?
I wouldn't go off here.
I would go. Yeah.
I was gonna say Trundle would be the other pick I would recommend in terms of duelers, but that's
yeah,
up to you.
Yeah,
That was
that's
actually a really good pick here.
Yeah. Olaf is best into lane, but for the rest of the game, it's probably going to suck a bit.
Yeah, it's not as punishable against Sejuani lane, but it scales a lot better.
Nice, they're gonna flex
They
the
might be
jungle.
switching it.
Yeah, they're flexing it.
I have no idea about that Rumble. I mean, look, you sure could go Rumble top if Rumble's better into set. I have no idea.
I think it is.
It probably is, but I don't play Rumble, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
If you want it top, I'll play Trundle jungle.
Yeah, fuck no, I don't
Jesus
want to play
Christ.
top lane, bro.
All right, and that's where we stand. I'll take Trundle top.
Well, actually, holy shit! Apparently, Trundle just fucks set top. Allegedly. I don't know if
Okay.
this is actually true or not. but-
It's because you can win the trades, including short trades, but when it comes to a long trade, if he goes for anything crazy, you can just pillar him.
Fair. Yeah, I just looked it up. Trundle has a 57% win rate versus set.
Yeah, he wins against that too. You
Run
also
that by me
sustain with
again,
your
Balls?
passive. Huh?
Run that by me again, Balls, the trade pattern? For
What do you
Trundle
mean?
set?
Oh, like how it goes?
Yeah.
Depending on how he plays it. If he plays it aggressively, you just win extended trades, especially with fuck's sake, what's the rune?
TTA.
PTA.
PTA, thank you.
Yeah.
God. No, Conqueror, everyone has that. But it's just, yeah. I just
PTA
never go
over-
that.
Yeah, I think PTA is what I see most, and then I see Ghost TP, and then I can go Google the trade pattern if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this might still be a flash game just because of what they pick, but, like, champs-wise, but that's up to you. That's your preference. But yeah, you just win extended trades with Trundle. You steal AD with your Q, you ult, so you steal his stats, you just win. The only issue is you have to try to avoid his W procs, which, if he opens with E, you just win. Because if he tries to W you, you can pillar him mid-W and it'll push him away. So if he opens with stun, you just win. Or because of your W, you can just walk around his W too. Like, you have speed. So, in hindsight, you should pretty much never eat his W, and with that in mind, you just win. Like, that's Set's whole combo, so... You certainly could still go Grasp, if you'd like.
No, it's
I
bad.
wouldn't recommend it, but...
Grasp is troll.
Hey, he's a troll, what do you expect? But,
That is not what am I banning? Anivia. I mean, my question is Ignite possibly for easier lane, but I don't think it's worth.
It's not worth, yeah, it's not worth. Unless he goes it, which we already know he's not gonna.
How do we know that?
Set top going Ignite, I mean, he's gonna be pretty useless later.
Fair.
Because if he leaves lane, you'll take 2 towers for it, so...
I might trade first Drake for Grubs.
I agree.
And then depending on state of the game, I might just go 6 Grubs. And then
Yeah, I
we
think
can
there's
just
a lot we can
leverage Corki Trundle split.
Go Ignite Balls.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to do a whole lot Bob with that, so that's fine. Do we... I don't know, mid-matchup, do we get priority? Really? Eh.
Yeah, I can.
Well, I'm not asking if you can, I'm saying, like, do you normally?
Yeah, I normally do.
Okay, okay. Then yeah, I'd say probably play topside more.
Balls, did you change them with your mic in the last like 5 minutes? I think there's like an echo
No?
or like some sort of static.
He is getting static.
Maybe you could try like resetting Discord or something.
Is that better?
Yeah, that is better.
Okay, it's because my dog was laying on it. She lays on my feet all the time, including my cord. Yeah, the only thing I don't know, you might even want to look up briefly, Todd, is just that like pre-6, or not pre-6, pre-3. I just don't know how that, if you want to go extended trades or short trades to win.
I think in team fights, just saving Pillar for MF is also really... I mean, you'll have to play it like case by case, but...
They'll cause R, MFR, yeah.
It might just be good. I mean, or we could just let her sit on my R. That's also something we could do.
Yeah, more than likely. That gives me the engage tools then to do what I need to do.
No limit on my first star card. Correct.
Care for invade.
Yeah, it's possible. I'll go bot side, Chris.
I'm gonna start Raptors, and I'm just gonna full clear into another sequence top.
I'm the guardian, you're the gun.
Someone
might-
yell at me if Set's walking towards me.
Look is mid.
You're looking mid.
Star Guardian to the rescue.
Did they use
Am I doing
anything?
it right?
Oh, no, no sums used. Only mine.
I'll help mid up.
This guy's addicted to my fucking lane. It's pissing me off.
I'm fighting for peace and justice
Here,
and
come with me, balls.
whatever.
Okay.
They're walking through.
Just make sure, like, if Nautilus ever walks up and there's like no minions to defend us, you just like stand in front
You
of him and
yeah, eat it. I know. Yeah, I know. I know this matchup. Okay, he probably warded this. No.
Might ward.
Do we still look at him even though he's got this?
Your time is coming.
I mean, if we have free autos, then yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. I wasn't even worried about it.
Star Guardian's best friend.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah.
We have not seen Sedge on ward.
Unleash the beast.
Watch out for the Q. Nice. I got you. Just walk it out. Oh, that's crazy. That doesn't even take turret aggro either.
Can't keep a Star Guardian down.
That's not true. Sedge is gonna be talked soon.
What? Earphones don't talk to you?
I'll smite blue so I can be a third.
Who's up for a round of
Do you mind if I get scuttle or do I need to come down?
Go ahead. You're fine.
You can just go.
You fast push this.
I can stall a pillar long enough for you to get up here. If I need
My
to.
cost is really low.
Sad.
What's next?
Alright, it's pushing at you. I'm looking mid.
Yeah.
He's
That's
top.
top.
Good.
Did I just hear a flash?
Yeah, I had the flash.
Oh, I have your stream still up. There we go.
Alright, I'm gonna show that in a recall.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I'll do it for you.
Not warded here.
Yeah, yeah.
Not is coming bot again, no?
Yep.
Alright, I'm doing my second clear and I'm gonna reset top for grubs. 130. I can look top in a little.
Yeah.
Sedge is gonna be bot side soon.
I do want to look for that. Oh, walk it out.
This'll shed some light
I'm here to
Got him also.
try and cover. This might just be bad.
Been missing.
Resetting.
Set miss.
Jungle here.
Set flash.
Why do Star Guardians have to play nice?
Sedge is pathing top? I mean, I can look for a dive top if you
I'm
want.
gonna push this, Chris.
Yeah, I should get R. How soon? Now? Yeah, like now.
I'm just gonna path it there now.
Set got 6.
I do not have 6.
I'll try to make this painless.
It might not be a play.
Yeah, we can't.
It's
By
not.
the way,
There's 3 mid right now.
Set as well.
we can still look grubs after we take all those.
Whenever the knowledge is missing, I need you to call him, please.
Yeah, he came from base, my bad.
All good.
I'm trying to get
Doesn't
6. I'm trying to get 6.
What else is missing?
Sedge bot, Chris.
I'm getting grubs.
I'm dipping here.
On a body block, best I can here. Commit, no?
Yeah, V. Cooldown.
Nope. 2 seconds.
How long? Huh?
There's out.
I don't think we'd look anymore. Yeah. They're gonna look though. Oh, for fuck's sake. And that's gonna hit me, yep. Nice. Check it out.
That's
Beautiful.
I can
Focus
stop
Q.
in a sec.
Alright, not the worst thing in the world. 'Cause I'm going all the way back, by the way, because they might just. Yeah.
Can I?
No flash, no R.
Alright, Chris, I'm recalling, so be careful.
Can I just walk at you?
Boss is on his way, by the way.
My bad.
I don't think I can dive him now.
Punk, punk.
Do you have ulti?
Warning! My guns are getting
Falcons is still missing. Oh, let's get kill top. It's fine to give a first strike. It's just a J win soul.
Let me push this.
I drive the
Right there.
soul. Guy's still missing.
They're likely not on it.
warmed up.
It's so sad.
Just put this on my Star Guardian tab.
Oh my,
Oh,
hello.
let's be on it. Yeah. No, it's just clean vision.
Yes, hero.
Yeah, they're
Lots
probably
of
gonna
it.
look at Dragon here in a second. It's fine.
I don't think we can test. Bot
Nope,
lane
we
is
don't.
pretty fucked.
We don't.
I'm
That's okay.
skipping. I'm skipping Progs, and I'm gonna head top again.
Set's probably gonna keep it perma push because he brought a wave clear
Yeah.
item.
He's probably warding my blue.
Yep.
I'm gonna ward real
This
quick.
is
That was
not
good.
my idea of
Yep.
magical.
You're gonna have Set coming down from above too.
No, I can't come. I can't come.
Oh boy. Oh man.
No, okay.
No, I'm just going back bot.
Dude, that's my flash. Are you kidding me?
I'm looking top real quick.
Yeah.
I'm to this already.
Good trade though. If I leave.
He knows I'm here.
Brother, leave me alone.
Try not to let him out. Try not to let him out. It's okay. Yeah, whenever I'm coming, if he's just positioning like that, just like walk away from him. It's fine. I'm nowhere near.
Mercy
Sorry.
or mayhem?
Said cheer.
Yeah, just wait out the zone. It's okay. It's not ideal, but we'll be fine.
Star Guardian
Okay, they'll leave.
So yeah, still toss us so we can get this guy. Yep.
How's this guy still level 5? That's crazy.
Yeah, I double eat him. Good fucking jump. Idiot.
Okay, you guys are good. You guys are good.
I'm coming bot.
Mid and flash.
Okay, I don't
I'm-
think
I'm
this is a
almost
great
bot.
look time, but we could.
No, it's
They
fine,
see.
it's fine,
They
it's
see.
fine, it's fine. That's fine. That's
I'm
what we're
pathing
doing.
just in case.
No. Oh yeah, I'm dead. I'm fucked.
Yo.
This one.
Oh.
They're TPing here. Back. That's straight for that. Or no, they don't have Drake. They might go straight grubs.
That goes bot side.
I'm running straight grubs.
back in action.
Oh wait, I'm trolling. I didn't buy either. Yeah, Set's warding it.
Yeah.
I don't think I can look. Well,
I
okay.
agree. Just grubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Velka's bot. You guys have prios for that, just fine.
Team the universe, one bullet at a time.
Maybe try and get some stuff top with it. Not necessarily a dive.
They're gonna look.
No, sorry.
Oh, you're insane, Chris.
I'm just getting 4. I'm just getting 4 up. Just up. Just up. Just up. We can't get 6.
Ah.
There's 4 top. You guys are gonna keep pushing. Yup, Leon.
Yeah.
Do not get any plates.
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
They're gonna look mid probably right after. This is warded.
They're going bot. They're going bot.
I got vision down.
Pandemonium with
They're probably
the
passing this way.
Yes. Try to get back on the turret as soon as possible.
I got you.
They're here.
Stay here. Fine.
But I'm passing bottom. Oh, you guys are resetting this.
No,
one.
we're just gonna
that's
lose this.
fine.
Yeah, it's
That's
fine.
good. I'm pretty sure Sojourner recalls after that.
Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind.
I'm gonna
Bot
hit
is
mid.
heading mid.
Oh,
Bot
shit.
is heading mid for sure.
He's already dead.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Don't let the sparkles fool ya.
Oh man.
I'm walking this shuttle. Oh, good. I'm gonna. I have to hold them.
I got it. I have to ping.
Okay.
Does First Star have to deal with this many sparkles? Being a Star Guardian, all the
Knowledge is missing.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
playing
they're
probably
bot.
here
They're
waiting
playing
for
bot.
dragon.
They're playing bot. I can't help bot right now.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
I'm just invading. They know what I'm doing.
there it is.
Yep.
They're probably just jacking my red after.
I might just get dope here.
No, I'm
Good.
gonna come.
Those guys
Sojourner
are-
Sojourner is over.
Oh, that's sad.
Star Guardian.
I just don't have a way to look.
I know.
Can you believe I was chosen for this?
I'm looking mid.
This is so fucked, bro.
I'm coming. I'm walking.
Only as good as it gets.
I'm here as well.
I mean, Todd maybe can.
I'm
swim
walking
on.
down.
Yeah.
Can we look?
Yes. If they.
I'm grabbing this blue and I'm getting there.
Balls is kind of fucked. Wait, look here. Look. Wait, here.
Ball-
Here.
Come on.
Half towards us, you're fine.
Nice.
Star Guardian down.
On a mid.
I don't think we have zone for that. Let's dive.
Fuck.
I don't have ult for sure.
We gotta watch it. We gotta watch it.
Yeah, no. This is not a play. We have played slow. Look, this time.
Oh boy.
I'm just sitting in now.
TP, TP,
Don't
TP,
toast.
TP, TP.
Glitter and guns. Now that's a winning combo.
They're going Herald now. Watch out, Todd.
No.
I'm kind of a high.
Holy shit.
They're on Herald. I mean, I think we just look down here.
Yep.
He probably backs off after, but
Being noble takes all the fun out of
I guess I'll
fighting.
have to. Nick.
I was just missing and so is Sejuani. Could still be tops looking for a dive. I'm seeing a recall. I'll go up. Oh.
130 next Drake.
We're on a mission. Just
Alright, we'll go stick at that one. On this whole point until I try to scale. I should be able to get more mana. By the time though.
By Soul Drake?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
moving to the first star.
That goes
I like
bot.
him a lot. Yep, he's here. This is Vortex.
So he knows.
Vortex now.
So they're all in there. Yeah.
First star plus
I mean, I straight up just think we overload top and like we push mid and we just overload top and just get a bounty. Like if we're dead set on giving it.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think it's a fight point.
best friend.
Then just push one more wave mid then come.
How guys are missing?
Yeah, they're all setting up right now.
I'm thinning next wave. I'm thinning next wave. Yeah, come. Just chill, touch.
No W. Send a W.
I mean, I can ulti dive here. I just need to see him.
Yes.
MF's going top.
He
We
should
see her.
have.
We just
He
kill this.
shouldn't
We
have
kill us
W
fast.
again, yeah.
We kill us fast. We kill us fast. I'm
MF is going top to jungle. Sejuani is also going top. Now.
Look now.
Careful with MF.
Keep going.
Damn.
Unfortunate. Just too early. It's my fault. My feed.
You can't keep a Star Guardian hidden.
That guy's missing.
Jealous, Shiro. I love both.
They know I'm top zone.
That was bot. Ah, my god. That guy's not ulting.
You able to look at this when she has?
Relax.
There's two bot right now. 1 minute.
Yep.
I'll save some for you.
Yeah,
They're not gonna, I guess. Well. I don't think we can walk that way. Knox there too.
I mean, this might be a look. They don't have set. Trevor, can you come down?
I can lock down, yeah. Set's here.
Away.
Fucking my wall.
Look MF. Look MF.
Nice. Go,
We
go, go,
lock it on
nice.
you, lock it on you, lock it on you.
I'm out.
You got this, Chris. I got set coming, but I got you,
Make
Chris,
it
when it
set.
comes. You got him.
Can we also grab that guy?
You can commit.
You hit the
There's
plant.
You're
also
right.
something.
I think you guys
If you can hold the box turret.
Yes, I think you guys just go Baron. I think you push mid and then maybe go Baron.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do it.
I'm pushing this one wave, then I'm gonna come.
Yes.
We just have to watch out for Set.
Whoa.
I'm gonna ward for him.
TP
They're
right here.
TPing here. They're TPing here.
Let's go,
I'm
cause we're
almost
getting
there.
double flanked.
Just turn.
Watch out, watch out.
Just go pet.
Oh, ouch me. Yeah, I don't know if you guys... Okay, this is still fine though, this is not bad. But we'd leave it, I think.
We're now behind. Now behind.
Ooh,
I can't be here anymore.
that's so crazy that Q hit.
Oh my god. Chris, come on.
Fight up. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Collapse right here.
That's crazy.
Never mind.
Watch your MFR.
Oh.
It's so fucking AIDS, man.
GG. You know, they're hinting. Cool, nice.
My god.
Should we just force fight here, or like?
There's time. We have 2 minutes on the dragon right now, so it could be an option. If it's only 2 of them, we should get them.
It's not.
There's more of them, of course.
They're just sitting in my shit.
Yeah, they can go forward too.
My way.
Oh, not anymore. I guess he traded, yeah. 2 for
No,
3
just
's
don't die.
okay.
Just don't die. Yeah.
2 for 3 is okay. Wait, he actually kind of fucks up here. Dude, that's crazy.
Teleport.
Whiffs everything and still
Go,
almost
go,
gets you.
you can.
Just watch out, you're fine.
Mid is
I'm
in-
fucking
Super's in the
lagging.
base. Super's in the base.
This is super good for us. Just kill minions. They just
What is
wasted
this
their Baron.
thing?
Yeah, they wasted 4 barons.
Oh, that was nice. They just sat in my ult for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I was like, this isn't gonna do anything, and then they stood in it for the entire duration.
Back in action. Miss me?
Bro, I just need 16 so fucking bad, bro.
Bro, no.
Do you need a pause? Look,
Are you here?
Oh no.
you can do it, Chris. You can do it.
Oh, you meant the red buff?
Guys,
we
this is
have-
so fucked. I'm actually delayed.
Okay, that's why we're asking. Do you need us to pause? Here, I need to fucking pause. Oh shit. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm fucking dead, so this is lit. So I'm typing. Yeah, bro.
No, yeah, this is what it is. Pink shit. I don't know why, but pink's just shit.
You can try a computer restart if you want.
Let me try that.
I actually don't know what the fuck to do here, to be honest.
I was gonna say I'm looking no flash, not looking great.
Understood.
Do you have ulti?
Yeah, but
That's
We
gonna be
could try
fun.
to save with Leona ult.
I was gonna say I think you just immediately ulti and just pray for God. I don't
no,
know.
I'm just gonna press W and just spam click back, and then hopefully Krug tanks the kill.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
If I use my R,
Oh, you
we
have
are not
Krugs up?
fighting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if I use my R, we are not fighting Drake. So
That's
I
fair.
mean, I'd argue we shouldn't anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the stats of things. Is Chemtech Soul a good one, really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's not amazing, but I think it's average. I don't remember though.
I don't think it's bad enough to just give them.
no,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's-
The issue is I don't think we win it. In fact, I am pretty sure we don't win it.
Yeah, in this current state.
I'll just argue this: will there ever be a point where we do win it?
I think there's a higher chance of winning it if we choose where to fight it, aka our base, rather than walking into them when they have control over the entire area.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Let's give.
Okay, so what do you want to give?
So
Right.
Dragon.
Okay.
All right, let us know when you're good, brother.
If ever.
We're gonna find out.
Let's see if he's still in Africa.
Alright, ping's better now.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna.
Nice.
And I'm pausing. Let us pray.
I'm ready for the scream. Now we're fine. This is easy. Bro's crazy with it.
Wait, we can fight. Wait, it's not bad.
now we can fight Dragon maybe. If you guys can get like more vision in this area.
We gotta get
Wait,
this
what
here.
about mid?
I think.
No, bro, it's
here.
our.
We got Vel'Koz over the wall though. That's like not
Yeah,
great.
I need to answer the mid wave.
Yo, did we not just say we should? Bro.
Oh, we're screaming that we're fighting it! I don't give a fuck about midwave! They have 3 bottom!
That's literally what I'm saying. Did we say we
I
got
know.
kill that guy?
No, yes, bro. No, I'm aware. I'm just
Okay,
saying,
then-
like, bro, if
That's
we
why
are
I'm just
saying
so
we're
frustrated.
fighting something,
What the fuck?
yes, I agree. Stop fucking playing your own game, and then we just, like,
Oh my god.
it's
Okay,
okay,
you know what?
it's fine.
I'm pissed off, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
It's fine. We got top. It's fine. Keep it from top. It is fine. Nah, yeah. He can have whatever he wants, bro. Give it up top.
You go top.
You can, yeah, you can get mid. I
Star Guardian Dance.
think we just look for a pick and then just pray.
Or dragons. I mean, not yeah, barons, minutes.
Nah, we can't walk in.
No, not right now.
First star made me do
Okay,
this.
just be sure that guy's not alone. Yeah, Sedge is there.
Yep. We're all gonna be in here setting up. I don't know, brother. Hey.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Please, Sedge, leave.
Perfect. We'll take it. Fuck the tier 2.
Hurry, Kuro. Your time is coming.
I mean, I think if they just keep looking top, it's fine.
I gotta get wards though.
Nah, dude. What do you want to word?
Everything.
You just got ward here, ward shallow.
Well, I did.
What? Your phones don't talk to you?
This fucker.
No.
Man, that's crazy.
Please tell me. Oh my.
Triple MF here. The ring gauge. Oh, that's crazy. That hits me.
I'm at flush funds. Okay, GG. I think we should all go back to the balls and stacks, take a 10-minute break, and then, since it's an early night, we should talk.
I agree.
Okay.
So, yeah. We'll reconvene in what, at like 10:10 and 15? Would work for everybody?
Yeah, but I think you mean 9:15 for me and Balls, the
Yeah, I
superior
don't give
time.
a fuck, bro. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Correct time zone. That's why it's CST. Correct.
Oh god,
standard
y'all are
time.
cringe, actually. It's crazy.
You just don't get Minnesotan humor.
Let me help you out with your gutters, alright?
Okay, well, I'm not AFKing. I'm just sitting here, so. go stretch, go run around, go dance, go trollop.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, man. Alpha, you make me laugh, bro.
What?
You said you make me laugh.
What?
Nothing, right? You're just funny, dude. That shit was hilarious.
I'm confused. I laugh too. What's going on?
No, the play bot.
I don't know, dude.
Like, I'm mad.
I could be telling you, yo. You could be telling me you have to kill yourself. I'm hoping that all five of us commit suicide. Okay, it's just like commit one thing. It'll be the worst fucking play in history. Just do it together at least.
No, it was just the response. I don't want to go into wait till everybody's here, but just the response of like.
Dude, because it's infuriating.
But no, so like, and I don't mean this.
What do you want me to tell you?
I don't mean this negatively or like or like rudely, but it just reminds you of like what my kids would say after like one of them gets angry. They're just like, "I'm mad." So I appreciate that because I was also very mad, and then you said that, and then I became less mad. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. The emotional validation, truly.
I guess. No problem.
This is one of those TikTok moments of the let's go, I guess.
Dude, I don't know what to say.
Y'all are cringe.
I'm just not in the mood.
Hey man, I gotta relate to the youth if I'm gonna work with them, alright?
Yeah.
That includes being cringe, sadly.
Okay.
Literally had a kid just tell me we were playing basketball and we are like, what's your team name? And he's like, Giat Riz. And I'm like, that's crazy. I wanna fucking blow my brains out from hearing that.
I don't know, whoever that kid is sounds kind of based. You know, I will say though, I'm in a pretty good mood right now, surprisingly. It's good. Thank you.
I think
guys.
that's mania.
No, I think
With the
I've been
information that you
angry.
gave earlier, I think it might be.
I think I've just been angry for like 48 hours straight. Okay, actually, so like I'm a very sarcastic person. Shocker.
What?
And dude, even the people at work today like pulled me outside and was like, "Hey man, like, is everything okay? Like, do you need to talk about anything?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And like, "Oh no, like this is serious." And I was like, "Yeah, seriously, like, even if I wanted to talk, it would not be to you." And they were all like, "Oh shit, like, okay, let us know." I'm like, "Okay, thank you. Can we go back inside now?" Please, Maloffer.
Sure. All right.
Unlike you, I'm not hit with what the kids say.
I've returned.
Welcome back, brother. Brother Todd, welcome.
Lesson learned on my part, no first time picking champions. Granted, I don't think there was anything I could have picked differently there that would have been better, but Trundle didn't work.
Well, I was gonna say that coincides in your pool at least, but
Yeah.
respectfully, we all have our limits. In pools.
Mord. Mord would have been far better.
Is everybody here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Balls, Todd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Yeah, so I think everybody's a little fucking pissed right now. So I guess is there anything like just easy that we could just start with that somebody just would love to share? I think what Todd said about like the first picking champs, like I think we did it, or we have been doing it like relatively consistently with like throwing balls on like random shit that, no offense balls, like you probably just shouldn't be playing. Or that we haven't even like attempted to play in like a meaningful manner. Okay, good talk. Good talk. I agree. Good talk.
The way to counteract that while still maintaining flexibility from champs is to strictly go off of our sheet. Like, literally only choose characters from our sheet. And if it's not on it, too bad.
I was like, these champions are being picked on a first pick basis. After watching we fuck up, it should be considered to the player if they want to like practice it on their free time or not, and then add it to the champion pool. And if it's not one, then just like pass it on.
Yeah.
Because if this is like the third time we pop, let's say balls from Braum, but I don't think Boss has the interest like really like play Braum because it's not really his playstyle. You know what I mean? So it's like you're trying to like make a dog become vegan. It's like, dude, you can't do that.
We're forcing engage on ball, or we're forcing disengage on balls who is an engaged player.
Correct. That's just, it's like forcing play styles. And it's really like, we're losing a lot here.
And we're losing a lot here.
Yeah. It's like, what do you really get out of blind pick in this game? Just because in theory you thought it was the perfect matchup. It's like you're only playing a scenario in your head that is only able to be played in your head in a perfect world when you know it's not gonna happen like that.
What pick specifically? I'm sorry.
No, like just the picks, you know, for example, when the first time, like mainly on the support picks, like you're trying to force a player on champions he's not has not even really played, nor does a matchup play style. And somewhere else either.
Yeah.
Like too much theory, less action. Let's throw that shit out the window. That David suggested. Throw that shit out the window.
Wait, who out the window?
The whole like picking things just because, oh, in theory this is amazing, we should lock it in. Shouldn't be hard, right?
Sure.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, just looking at patterns too, just like the Braum doesn't seem to be the highest performing for us. Even if I'm doing, which I don't think I am, even if I was doing well, I just don't think it's best for our team. I do think there needs to be a relook at kind of what we're looking at of each role with this. Okay. I don't have to play an engaged champ. I play disruptors. Braum does a decent job at disrupting. With an ult, I guess. But not really. I know how to engage well too, sure. But like, I play disruptors, like, that doesn't just mean tanks. But I do feel like, even besides that, I don't feel like we played to our win cons too well in both these games.
I agree.
Like when I sit down and think game one, a lot of that's farm. We didn't. We tried to make things happen. Whether we're on the same page or not. I think that's something that we need to reiterate probably better before game or something. I don't know. Because I mean, we can attack the snap decisions at all we want. That's not going to matter though. Like, oh, at this specific play, we should have done this because I said this call. And yes, we need to trust that, of course. But like, the snap decision stuff is not going to be the most productive times. It's the planning ones. So like,
I think it's how to make the snap decisions that adhere to the planning ones that we're struggling with. We made the planning ones. I'd argue the planning was good. We knew what the win con was. We just didn't play to it because there was a disconnect between the planning and the snap decisions. What we did.
I'll agree with that rewording. Yeah.
So it's not that we shouldn't look at the snap decisions. It's that we should look at the snap decisions under the light of why did we think that, but how can we not do that again, and how can we connect that to our plan. Because I agree, there were too many bot lane fights in general, either forced or not forced in game 1. I don't know what happened in game 2. I was too busy getting shit on.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the way the game is played is like. I don't know. It just like I don't know how to explain it. It's like, for example, like Alpha. Like you were just getting like perma like 3-man ganks, right? And it's like I don't think we have the concept of doing that, and like it's just my fault, like that I'm not calling or like trying to call for it, but also like it just feels like we're all just like playing our own game, and then like to be quite frank, I'm just like overwhelmed every game.
That is very similar to how I felt when I played jungle.
Wait, sorry, that was how you felt when?
When I played jungle for this team.
And like I don't know why it is. I just don't know if like there's like I don't know if it's just like it really just feels like nobody is saying anything. Like it just feels like I'm just like playing the game alone. And that's just in terms of like lane setups, like is the wave bouncing, is it not bouncing, like are you stronger? Should we it's just it kind of just like, and then I just get overwhelmed because like I don't know what the fuck to do, like and like I'm just gonna be candid, and I'm not trying to like be offensive or like hurt anybody's feelings or whatever, but it's like I look on the map and I just have like only pressure top is kind of how it feels, and then like we're just playing a tank top, so it's like it just doesn't matter. And then like I don't know, it seems like whenever I look bot, we just lose the 3v3, and I don't know if I'm mechanically out like misplaying, or all of us are, or like whatever. So it just feels like even if the win condition is bought, from like my perspective, it's like the win condition will never be bought, because like either it's gonna be fucked before I get there, we're not gonna like sync tempo, or we're just not gonna do something together. It'll be like I'm saying, hey, we're gonna do Drake right when it spawns, and then we're like resetting right when Drake is spawning, or like something, you know, to that vein, right? And I don't really know how to fix that.
I think that comes outside of game. So, from my experience, I would say with that, because there's a disconnect, it's a matter of, again, going to the bigger picture of these things, not the snap decisions, where I would agree there's not a lot of communication, except there's plenty of communications usually around objectives within the last minute before it. Other than that, it's usually nothing. Meaning, besides planning for an objective, it doesn't really seem like there's much else planning. And that's not just a U-Rept, of course, it's all of us. Yeah. So with that in mind, I would say probably the best outlook for that would be even sacking a scrim day, whatever it might be, have a VOD review day, and sit down and just say, okay, what's our game plan here? And what things would get to that objective? What do we need to get there? Like, not just, oh, do we want a first dragon, or do we want to give it and trade this? Saying, where do we want lane states to be? What lane do we need to have priority in the early game then because of this objective at priority? Stuff like that we need to probably break down a little further.
I think we
That's
should
what
make
I'm
a
hearing.
list. A list
Literally,
of what.
yeah, I agree
yeah.
with that. Like, we need to literally break it down so that we, I think probably not for like every game, but just like a few games just to like really air out the synergy issue. It's like very obviously disconnected there.
As well as like a literal list of things that should be comms by each player, I think, but for each role.
That's
So
fair.
like missing comms for Nautilus being missing, or I don't call top lane missing, like exactly as he leaves sometimes, and so he'll get there earlier than you think.
I agree with that. I could especially use that assistance for support.
Hey Dayton, how's it going?
Hey guys, sorry I wasn't there today.
Nah,
you
you're good.
should be, you piece of shit.
Go fuck yourself.
My bad.
Absolutely.
I got fucked, bro. I don't even know what my schedule is gonna look like next week either. Like I'm getting boned, and I'm like too new to like request availability. Well,
Yeah.
so, I don't know. I'm
You're
in
good,
a
man.
weird spot, so I'm gonna try to work around it as well as I can. But if I have to work with y'all individually on a couple days, just because I can't be there for the team days, like we'll do our best to try to draft around that. I am sorry you guys got O2'd.
Thanks.
But it is okay. I think still probably a little bit of bad juju from yesterday.
I agree. I also
I think-
do want to note that since playoffs is top 6 out of 10, I don't see a world in which we don't get playoffs.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we shouldn't stress about the outcome. We should just stress more about our own individual performances in the game and our team performance. So, like, that's our top goal. And if we make playoffs, we make playoffs. If we don't, we don't. And that's just how it works, right? Because the results really don't matter at the end of the day. But our, like, performance in general, like, together as a team and individuals, like, that's going to be the best metric we can use to gauge ourselves, not our win-loss ratio. So losses today doesn't really matter. It's learning from today that will matter. And, like, you know, let's take what we get from today and last night and, like, move forward with it and not really care about the fact that we got O2'd. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
If it feels like a draft problem, then we can work on the draft. If it feels like we don't have agency in certain lanes, then we can work on getting agency. If it feels like a communication problem, we can talk to people who need to start communicating. Like, everyone can voice their concerns. I mean, I'm getting 5 separate individual people DMing me about their concerns, and that's fine. So, like, let's, like, work as a team and get this taken care of. I don't know what was already said, but I'm sure you guys don't sound angry and tilted like yesterday, so it must be a lot better than yesterday was.
Oh no, I would say we're probably more tilted than
I'm
yesterday.
less tilted.
Okay, yeah,
Depends on the
Todd,
person.
that was just because you ended on a fucking, you and I ended on a fucking just banger.
I mean, I think 0-24, 2 wild combo.
Yeah,
Um,
that game was a good game.
I was talking with Alpha today about being able to communicate how to get agency when he's trying to play scaling picks. So we can go over that as a team. I can talk with you, Rept, about it specifically, knowing like when to leave someone in the side lane and to give objectives because we need to hit 2-item power spikes, etc. You know,
Yeah, so like
we can have that discussion.
and you know, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm right or I'm wrong. I just don't think that fucking matters because like the game is unplayable before we ever reach that point.
I agree.
Like,
okay, so
like, top lane
switch
is-
from some stuff.
no, like I'll just be like completely honest. Like top lane, and like I would say mid is just very dependent, I think. But like top lane is the only lane that I can look at and be like, yes, I know that top lane in some capacity will like either A, communicate or like have some presence. But
Yeah.
like how I was explaining earlier, bot is just perma losing, so like I can never view bot as a win con, which is like a bad thing to think. And then mid lane, I just think him and I like we like are not connecting
All right.
like mentally.
On the note of bot lane, Chris mentioned to me, and I will mention to Cassie, about me and Cassie 2v2ing Chris and Balls together. What that's going to require from you two is I'm going to need like recorded POVs from both of you to see like where you're looking during the game or during like the 2v2s and see like how you're thinking. Maybe try to speak out as many thoughts as you can while you're doing the 2v2s. Maybe, you know, it wouldn't be so much necessary in a game, right? But in the 2v2s, being able to speak like exactly what you're thinking so I can tell you, hey, you're right, you're wrong, etc. As for like communication wise, like I think the communication stems from performance. So if we can get around the performance problem, I think communication will be back up into a factor there, right? I think confidence and performance feeds a lot into communication and talking. And if you don't feel like you have those two things, then you definitely won't be communicating. So on that note, I think we're okay with communication for now. But like, let's try to get some like scrims in where it's just like we have a very controlled bot lane. We can pick and choose matchups. We can play into counter matchups. We can play into whatever. And I mean, I'm not great, but we'll get there. You know, that's all we can ask for. As for you and Alpha not connecting, it might not hurt for you to play like duo queue together if y'all can manage that, or norms, even flex. It doesn't really matter. Just get some games in where the intent is to play together and learn around that. I'd say Rep, like if you want like an idea of how to play like around mid, like you watch a lot of pro games and you watch like Dom, so just like listen to what he has to say anytime it comes up about playing around mid, or like what the jungler and the mid laner should be doing. So like if you want your idea, I would say like the best way that you probably will learn it will be through practice with Alpha or watching those like pro games and just listening to what Dom has to say about it. Just pay attention specifically to like when he's talking about mid matchups or how mid and jungle play together, what mid and jungle macro are, etc. But a lot of times it's not so much the jungler plays with mid, it's the mid plays with jungler. So we can switch the way it's working, because ideally, like when mid is playing with jungle, it's through relieving pressure, and the other way around, when mid plays with jungle, it's when mid has priority and can make dive spot lane, can make objectives happen, etc. As for like top lane, I think we only had like one bad game, and that was the Mordekaiser game. Otherwise, like he's playing consistent, and that's fine. So if our real problems right now is just getting bot lane into better shape, like let's give me a couple days and let's see if we can like hammer that out and actually get it down. Maybe we can take notes on matchups and generalize certain concepts so that everything is like more when it's all generalized, you can apply the logic in other ways, so it doesn't have to be so specific. It's not like you have to play one of every of the 40 champs versus the other 40 champs in the game that can go bot lane, like in that scenario, but you can apply the general logic to it. That being said, if we cannot fix this issue, we can throw Chris on AD carries that can play the lane by itself, like Ezreal, and we will start throwing, or we can have Balls playing any support that he wants to play, and he can be called from bot lane, he can be called to bot lane, he can be like all over the map at that point. So if we are struggling with playing the current playstyle and we still continue to struggle after putting in some practice, then the best way to go about that is let Chris have his own agency where he does not need a support to go with him, and then we'll move from there. Does that sound like a decent idea? Mainly Chris involved.
I mean, yeah.
Just speak on the matter.
I already messaged you. I'm down for that.
Yeah, but so, I also want to say this. Like, I'm cool with everybody being like friends and like having conversations, but like it's super fucking cringe that like none of us know what any of us are thinking except for Dayton. Like, because like it fucking pisses me off that like I just feel like I cannot play the game when we're playing. Like even Todd like kind of like echoed it when he was playing jungle. Like I'm just completely overwhelmed, and so like I just go into this spiral of like I just start getting like angry at the world or like everybody, And then like to come to find out, like a lot of us have the same like ideas, but it's just never communicated. Like it's just like a fundamental, just like mistrust of everybody on the team, except for like between our like little cliques. And I'm also guilty of this.
With
Like I guarantee you, if we open DMs between like Alpha, Balls, there's something. Chris and I, there's definitely something there, and it's just like I don't know, it's just super fucking cringe in my opinion.
No, I agree. But the fuck is going on with the people on the road? What I was gonna say is sometimes like things in DMs are set out of frustration, or they're just set as random thoughts and not solidified. So something that I might start trying to do is take things that I'm hearing individually from each player. If we're like, we don't have to throw every thought we have into the general chat, but if we throw it into like my DMs and we talk it through and it actually comes up to being like, okay, we can try this, then we can like fully mention a thought out thought into the team chat where like everyone can have an opinion on it. Instead of like every thought we have being a discussion, it can be more like a more thought out discussion, you know, and because we put in the effort in the pre-part. But
I think that actually connects back to what Dread was saying about how he wanted to do more like casual stuff, and I feel like a lot of that would be fixed by us doing more casual games together, which we have been doing a bit, but it is like a matter of time to get that.
Right. I mean, we've only been this is our second game as this team, right? This iteration.
This is our third.
Am I correct?
Second
last week
game, third game.
This is our third game?
This is the third game. Yes.
Then if we're not in the right spot by the end of this week and we feel still less comfortable, no one's feeling good, and then we don't perform well in our next set of games next week, then let's call for changes. If not changes in draft, but changes in roles, if that needs to be the case. You know, if we want to try putting Balls back on his Pool of Champions top lane and putting Todd on support. I don't know how Todd will feel about it, but
I'm fine with it.
That's an option, you know? What's up?
I'm fine with it. Shove me anywhere that isn't mid lane.
And like, Alpha really wanted to play support. So if any of you could play mid lane, we could try swapping around roles again as well.
Oh, I forgot.
But it seems like Alpha is going to be our best mid laner in this group here, no matter what, and it makes the most sense to leave him there. So unfortunately, like, I think that guy's staying there.
I mean, it's like I'll just kind of like push back. Like I don't. Like I'm just gonna say this. Like we're not really like dominating mid, right? And like I feel like the main sore point is like jungle support, just like jungle bot lane in general. Like I don't feel like I'm playing well, and so like all I know is when Alpha and Chris were bot, it was just like a consistent like playing well. Like
yeah, I know.
And I mean, I would rather just have somebody like mid lane that will just farm. Like it doesn't fucking matter, and then just like go from there.
I think that will lead us to a similar issue to what we have now. You mentioned wanting to do more with mid, and someone who doesn't know mid.
No, I don't want to do more with mid. Like I hate playing with mid. Like that's always been like my fundamental flaw. Like
that's fair. I get that.
I just mean like I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the actual problem is just like the instability rather than like somebody quote unquote being better. And in reality, like it doesn't matter because nobody fucking talks like during the game anyway. So it's like we just need people playing something they're comfortable enough that they can actually talk on.
Yeah. Well, I 100% agree with that. What? Who's sighing?
Me.
Like I said, me and Alpha were kind of going over talking points today.
Okay.
What's up?
No, go on.
I was going to say, I don't know if he really got to do any of that during these games, so I can't speak on anything of today, but in the past, he hasn't spoken. And I feel like if we can start getting him warmed up to speaking on how I was telling him to, then, like, it will help, like, alleviate that pressure. Because I do understand being the only shot caller and the only one communicating. That is probably the most overwhelming part. Especially in a sense where, like, I don't know if I have to spell out, like, where Rep's frustration is coming from, and I wouldn't have to have a set of DMs with him to know this. If you do not have people that know what they need in their lanes, then you will have to be trying to predict 3 entire lanes of, like, what they need, what they want. And that's a solo queue game, and that's very hard to do if the enemy team is able to cooperate and do that on their own. Even one person being able to call it would help Rep out a lot, because then he would only have to focus 50-50 instead of 30-30-30. Or 33 if you really care. But my point being is that it's going to be very frustrating if we have 3 lanes that don't know how to call what they need and you have one person trying to direct. You know, if that's Chris saying, I know we'll need a shove here, I know we'll need a crash here, or hey, we could get dove here, you know, that helps. Then he can at least make a decision. Okay, I'm going to sack bot lane and go top lane. At least now I know they're getting dove. It's just less for him to think about, right? There's a big list of things that communication could fix, but I don't think that's really, like, first things first. Let's work on.
I mean, I just think, like, a candid question: is bot, like, actually salvageable within a week? Like, my answer is 100% not, because they just fundamentally view the lane different. Like, it is not like it's like a risk, you know, like calculation of, like, what is, you know, an acceptable risk and what is not. And I just feel like both of them are, like, on complete separate wavelengths, and then, like, Chris is very similar to me, and, like, when we get, I don't want to say tilted, but when we get, like, frustrated, it's just fucking game over. Like, the game is just perma over. And so that's why, like, I'm cool with giving it, like, a 1 week thing, but, like, I just think we just need to, like, be real. Because, like, I'll go back support. I mean, I'll fucking hate my life, but, like, we can just go back to the original roster. Like, that's fine, but I mean, I would love to know, like, Chris's actual opinion on, like, is it even fucking worth, like, giving a week of just trying to force balls to play, like, like a role that, like, because, like, we also want support to have, like, some level of communication. And it's like, if we're putting on a new role where he has to focus, like, it's just, I don't know.
Well, Chris, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think the like the risk versus reward thing, it's, like, kind of hard to communicate. So, like, I'll look at something and think it's, like, playable under certain, like, conditions, but it's, like, something that's hard to communicate in the moment. And it's not that I'm under the impression that it can't be practiced and improved, but
well, here's the thing. I think
like, I think my frustration is, like, from, like, the laning phase feeling as bad as it feels, and then in the mid to late game, like, I'm playing from, like, really far behind. Like, aside from, like, some of the bad, like, team decisions that we're making or whatever, it's like I'm just behind from lane. Like, I'm down an item, and I'm playing the fights down an item. And it's like, I don't know, like, eventually, like, there's a lot of, like, macro and team decisions and things you can talk about, but, like, to some point, like, the game does, like, simplify to, you have, like, abilities that you're gonna press, they have abilities that they're gonna press, and then, like, one team is gonna, like, land more abilities than the other team, and then most likely, like, that team's gonna win.
All right, I
so
think
like, I feel like that's like stuff that comes like with practice.
yeah, 100%. I agree with that. For the moment, if we can say this is a realistic possibility, and let's say it's not 100% solved within a week, and it's not going to be an absolute like that, but let's say it gets 30% better, would that be acceptable?
I just think like, what is 30% better in what like aspect?
Okay, let's say agency, 30% better in agency.
Like one of the things I messaged Dayton about was just like feeling like a lack of agency in the game, and like more so that comes from just falling behind in lane, right? So like for me, like I think that if the laning phase was better, if we weren't like behind, if we were even, and like we went into like an even mid game state, then like it wouldn't like I don't know about you guys, but like if I'm silent, like game 2 I'm tilted as hell. Game 1, it's like I don't really have the tools to carry, so I don't know what I need to win the game. So it's hard for me to say like, let's do this, let's do that. Like the game that we played like a few weeks ago against Tsunami, like we lost that Zaya game, but I was able to communicate more just because like I felt like relevant in the game, that if I like could direct things, like I knew like angles where maybe we could win.
There is a difference between communicating and shot calling, I think.
Agreed.
Sure. I mean, like, there's like things like where they're just my bad. Also, like for example, I think it was game 1. They like crash second wave and just roam out, and I'm like just like so like zoned in on last hitting minions that I'm not calling that like they left lane. Which is like troll on my part, you know. Like at the end of the day too. Like obviously both of us, but like I could call that out. But I don't know. Yeah, like yeah. So like yeah, there's like a difference.
One of the things you try to tell like newer players to a role or to a champion, to an agent, whatever game you're playing, is like it is better to be aggressive and fuck up than it is to be passive and like let things like just run over you. So I'd say like one of the easiest pieces of advice I can give is like, I think I'd rather you go 0-10 genuinely trying to make plays than go 0-0-0 and lose the game at 20 minutes. One of those things will teach you how to have agency in the game, because at some point your brain will learn this was not right, this was good. And if you are able to generalize that logic and put it into certain scenarios, then you can cut down on the amount of deaths you have like significantly by saying like, this is when I can go in, it's this wave state. When I have a stacked wave state, I can call for a dive, etc. And that can be, I feel like, one of the easiest things to just practice is like, you know, we play a lot of engaged champions, right? So I feel like there's a big world where, you know, like balls pretend like you should be in place with the melee minions at all time, if not right behind them, never behind a caster minion. And then like they walk up, you press your engage ability, you know, and trade half of your HP with half of their HP. And if that gets you killed sometimes, learn why it got you killed. It might be a little bit frustrating in the beginning, but like at the moment you have to get yourself out of the habit of playing so passively. In top lane, I'm sure there's plenty of times whenever, you know, you trade your HP to break a freeze because you know the wave can't stay that way. It works the same way in support. Your AD carry's not going to trade their HP for them to like break a freeze, so you do it with your own body. You know, we make sure that the wave crashes before we reset because we don't want a freeze to happen, because it's a long lane. It's kind of the same as top lane. Just apply a lot of the logic you use in melee champs in top lane and use in bot lane. The frustrating part about bot lane is the 2v2 aspect, which is, I mean, a big part of it, but it's true nevertheless. It's, you know, you have two different things to think of instead of just one. So I can understand why getting like why getting accustomed to that role is hard in the beginning. I'd say a lot of times though, you can just ask yourself, what does your two champions do into their two champions? And if you don't know, ask Chris, because he probably knows. And then whatever answer he gives you, go with it. If he says, like, we will fuck them this game, then fucking, if you have to ask how we fuck them, then do whatever he says and then continue doing that the entire.
Balls definitely does ask me. Like, sometimes I just don't have the answer. Like a
Yes.
definite answer. Like, it's like, I know we, like I might think that it's like, I'll usually say it depends. Because I'll think that, like, depending on how the trade goes, it depends. Like, for example, like, there's just interactions between champions. And I'm like, well, like, I don't know every single interaction. But it's, like, a lot of if-thens that you just kind of go through. Like, if not hooks you and, like, I'm in a certain position, like, then I can, you know, trade off fucking MF. And, like, if not commits his hook to you, then I can auto space MF because I outrange her and we win the trade. Or if not, like, hooks me and then you E onto MF, like, maybe the trade looks different than it would have otherwise. Like, things like that. That's like, it's hard for me to give an answer sometimes. But he definitely does ask. It's hard to answer all the time.
Well, then, you know, I think a good way of going about it is to, if we play well, then we can kill them. You just need to make sure you get on MF. And then your job, Chris, is to make sure that you're there whenever he gets it on MF. Pretty simple, right? You know, if he's positioning in a proper way, and then if he goes on MF and you can't follow up, just be like, this is why I could not follow up, the Nautilus was here. And then that's whenever you'll be like, it'll be, okay, so we can look for this angle, just not when the Nautilus is right here, kind of thing, in this vicinity. It gets there, but you'll have to start doing something together, both of you. And, you know, if, like, it is an ask from both of you. It is one person needs to learn how to play more aggressively, and Chris, you need to learn how to play with another person. I think I get the impression that you're more used to people playing around you. And that street works both ways in bot lane. And unfortunately here, when you are the better player, you need to learn how to play around someone else.
Yeah.
You are the better player. It does not mean, though, that they can match up to your skill level, so you need to learn how to play with them. There's a reason why whenever I play Rengar Ivern, I always play Ivern, because I can match up to a Rengar skill level, and most people can't match up to my skill level at Rengar. I don't know how to relate that exactly to this, but my point is that it can be done in some ways, and if that's picking different champions, if that's picking something where you have more agency or more follow-up, like playing Jhin where you can W whenever he goes in and then you can follow up and you have good trades permanently, you know, if it's all about just learning how to get good trades first, and then it's learning how to capitalize off those trades, that's a start, right? We need to start somewhere. And, you know, if you die just because you're trying to follow up, like, it's not going to be the end of the world either, because I think at this point, anyone's happy for something to happen.
Things are happening. You have to watch the games. We're fighting.
Yeah.
At least
I mean,
more so. But...
I've watched enough games to know what happened. I will see, like, a play at 5 minutes where the wave is coming to your turret, and then somehow you both end up dead.
Yeah.
And, dude, like, you know, like, that shit with the Thresh hook yesterday, like, that was fucking cringe. And honestly, like, there's not much more you can do other than just tell Balls, hey, I really need you in between me and the hook champion at all times, especially when the wave is crashing, because they're going to look to punish me. You know? And then, like, you know, if you're yelling, hey, I think you can flash on him, like, make sure you let him have 2 seconds to do it, because if your call can only be done in 0.5 seconds, probably it could be a good play, but it's going to be a bad play for you too. But if your call can be a good play in general, without, like, just because it's level situation, etc., then, like, yeah, you guys don't need to capitalize on instances anymore. You can just capitalize on generalized plays. So
I want to relate this back to Rep's main concern, which I don't feel was addressed, which was the difference in risk aversion. And I think that difference in risk aversion is because of the difference in knowledge, and I think that practice will fix that, Rep.
sorry, let me reiterate. I think risk aversion is fixed whenever you get someone who is playing passively to play more aggressively. Chris plays aggressively. If we get balls to play more aggressively, it will fix their risk aversion in the lane.
Yeah.
It will not. It might not solve it, but it might put enough band-aids over it that it is way more playable, and then we can work from there. But we have to get something to work with, and that is how I feel about risk. Is you need to put yourself in a position where you can take risks, and if you're never putting yourself in those positions, then you will never end up having any risk. And so Chris is willing to do those things, and we just need balls to step up and start putting himself in a risky situation where he can turn it into something, and he has to learn how to turn it into something. That can't be done in a week. I agree. But, if I'm helping, if Chris is helping, if other people are helping, then, as long as Balls is willing to learn, which I feel like he is, then there shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, I guess primarily at the moment, our main goal is to focus on our individual performance first. If Chris is shutting down and can't communicate, then that's what he needs to worry about, instead of worrying about other people. If Balls is not able to perform in support, then he needs to learn how to perform in support. If Rep can't have a consistent game at the moment because he's getting too overwhelmed, then he needs to learn what he needs to think about so he's not getting overwhelmed. If Alpha is making bad trades or building improperly or not side laning well, then that's what he needs to focus on. And if Todd fucking needs a Vayne ban every game, then we just need to figure it out. The thing is at the moment, if we get too caught up worrying about what other people are not bringing to the team, we will not focus on our strengths and bring what we're good at to the team. And we need to remember what we're good at and what we can bring to the team. If we start filling in our gaps, then other people will be able to start filling in their gaps too.
Yeah, I'm gonna need somebody to brainstorm what I bring to the team, because as of right now, my brother,
you are selling yourself short.
I have no. So this is what's happened on every team that I've played on. That's relatively low. It's not as simple as just what do I need to think about? I do agree. Yeah, I need to think about whatever the fuck I need to think about. But when I'm literally just playing a solo queue game, it's I don't want to say it's unfixable, but it's bro, that's not just gonna.
No, you're right.
No, I'll be real with you. If you guys need to find I will not be able to just not get overwhelmed when I have no idea what is happening in the game, or just I'm perma-calming and I just get no response. And I think that's a personality type rather than and I'm not saying I won't try, but I'm telling you right now, I have been on several competitive teams, and I just
Could I say something here?
What's up?
I agree with you, Rep. That is a personality type. However, you are selling yourself short. There's one major component to that, and that is why I brought up the point that I did earlier. That is, we seem to have a very vague but general discussion briefly on what our team plan is. I.e., most games we say, scale. Wait till this point to fight. Okay, what does that look like until then? That's what I'm hearing is a big issue. Because you can't just figure all that fucking out. And we aren't really calming that well as a team. I think, yeah, we can call, oh, the lane's pushing, oh, the lane's not. That's all fine. But, why does that matter?
Yep.
What's the point?
What's our team?
I think we need to sit down with that before games start, even in scrims, and just be okay, let's take a minute here. What is our goal? What gets us there? And what does then Rept can easily figure out? Okay, how do I adjust to this? Because I already have a general plan. Even just calling out, okay, I'm gonna full clear and then I'm gonna gank bot. Okay, that's fine. But what if that's not ideal? Then what? Okay, now you gotta figure that out on the fly, and it's gonna change your entire game. So, I think we, as a team, need to, whether it's experience or whatever, I don't even know. But, from what I've seen, I don't think your personality type's a problem with that, per se. But in order to adjust to it, that's what we need to do. Like, I think communication needs to go up for all of us, absolutely, including myself. And I will also throw out there one Band-Aid fix, if you will. For that is, I need, in draft from you guys, or otherwise, I need to know what you guys need from me. And then I will tell you a champion that I will play. I can give 2 or 3, Chris, so that way you can better say what fits the lane. But, like, I don't really like Braum. It's not working for the team. Statistically, it's bad. It's just not ideal. I have other picks. I have plenty of other comfort picks. Like, support's not new to me. I may be a little rusty, but it's not new. But I think that will accommodate for me better to better be able to play aggressive, be more in the moment with Chris as he needs me to be, etc. And thus also more responsive with you, Rept. But I really do think, as I started earlier with this stuff, that like that is a core issue for us that we need to figure out. Okay, this is the end goal, but like, what are the steps to get there? That like we may or may not need to combat in game, but like we need to figure out before we get in game. Just like general ideas, like okay, we're gonna sack Dragon 1. Okay, what are we gonna do instead? Are we just all freezing waves? Are we all pushing? What are we gonna be doing? You know. We don't have to break down every minute, but I feel like generally that's stuff we need to figure out. That way, it is less for you to have to figure out on the fly. Correct me if anyone thinks I'm wrong here.
No, I think it was a good shot.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but every game I've literally said like what the first like 6 minutes is, and then everybody like concurs, but.
Well,
like the last game, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna early clear to Grubs, or I'm gonna early clear to Drake." And then I think more than anything, it's implementation. I do agree with like a lot of your points, but just with that like specific, because I brought it up right where like I'm like, "Yo, we're clearing Drake on spawn," and then like bot is resetting on Drake spawn or something.
Well, I think that's kind of what
nobody
Paul's
communicates
saying.
It's an alignment, yeah.
I think what in what he's saying, Rept, is not, this does not have to happen in you trying to explain the 6-minute game plan, but we need to discuss as a team before any games ever start. If we give this 6-minute game plan, how does bot lane achieve it? Does bot lane need to make sure they have a reset at 5 minutes so that we can kill the dragon at 6 minutes and we have a double stacked pushing wave into their turn? If that can't happen, and it's communicated that this isn't the case, is it because we need jungle to cover bot lane? Is it because we need jungle to just go Grubs because it's shit happened? Like, I think what is being said here is you already do a lot of explaining this is how the game is going to go, but the issue is that people don't know how to follow up with how the game is supposed to go. There's like a right idea of how the game is supposed to go, but people don't understand how to actually play the game. That being said, like, that could be a me problem that I need to work around. You know, I can like better explain or work like individually with each of you and be like, if Rep says he wants to be at Dragon on 5 minutes, then this is what your lane needs to look like. At least be at the even state. You don't want to have it shoving or into you, and if it is shoving into you, it needs to be calm so that Reps can play around that accordingly. You know, we kind of all know how the lane's going to look in a minute or two, right? Normally, unless like someone's really bad, and usually the only time we say they're really bad is when they break their own freeze that they have. Like, we're like, this guy's a fucking idiot because they broke their freeze when they had a free like wave that they could deny us. So like, you know, if what Balls is saying is it's not a in-game problem, it is a pre-game problem, and not just a pre-game problem like a draft pre-game problem, it is a before draft ever happens problem. It is, how do we accomplish this as a team that has 2 tanks, a scaling mid laner, a strong AD carry, and a AP jungle? You know, how do we accomplish getting this first dragon? Is it because we need Alpha to make sure his wave is shoved and our bot lane to make sure their wave is shoved? Which, by the way, if you were going to go for first dragon, that's exactly what that means. You can't be resetting at 4 or 5 minutes. You need to be resetting, getting your item spike at 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes, and getting your wave fucking shoved in at 5 minutes. And if that's because we needed Chris to take TP so he can get that done, so we can play early dragon, then that's the way it goes, you know? Like, maybe that's just what we need. But the idea is that we need to learn how to achieve that game state, and then we can get agency from working together. Because I do agree that we can know every 2v2 matchup bot, but if our bot lane doesn't know how to achieve like the proper timers of like knowing this is when you need to shove in, this is when you need to start being aggressive, etc., like something easier for them to think about and play around, other than just, hey, I want to contest first dragon, because they might not know what that really means for them, unfortunately, and that's something that we can work on, like, to get fixed.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that will be fixed for me. At least, if we can, especially in draft, but even before that, just say, what are we looking out of support? Like, if it's, we need engage, great, yeah, we got Leona not. I don't have to just play engage, though, but I can't do these, like, last-second Braum Milio picks.
I mean, dude, I just think we just need to identify, like, what you're gonna play and, like, what you're gonna perform, and just, like, just fucking stick to it, dude. Like, I understand at some point, like, yeah, lane might be better, but, like, you're not.
Well, no, that's what I'm
like,
saying. I got my top 5. I wouldn't branch from that.
Well, no, I just mean it just be like an archetype, right? Like if we want you on engage, then like I don't like we're not fucking pro. Like I don't think there's ever a reason we should just be putting you on Milio or like just some like. If you're learning a role, I just think it's like, you know, people say you should just like one trick. Like I feel like it should just be like an archetype type thing. If we want.
Well, yeah, and
engage,
that's still
then
cute,
you
but
should
yes, I agree.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's why I'm not saying like
Yeah.
an individual champion, but like if we want you to play engage, or if we want you to play disengage, then we should just fucking just subscribe to that like idea. And then if we have buy-in from everybody saying like, yeah, that works, then it works, and then
Sure.
then you know like
Let's just
I'll
choose
adjust
right
my
now,
picks
then.
from there. Yeah, no, exactly. That's yeah.
Yeah, and that's yeah, we're in alignment with that. My point is just that I already know my archetype. My archetype is disruptors. There are enchanted disruptors, engaged ones. There's all sorts. I just need to know from our team, what do we need in a
Yeah.
specific scenario? If we're giving me last pick especially, like if we're giving me last pick, what do we need here? We need something to keep like Chris away from Irelia. Cool, I know just the champ. Maybe he'll disagree with 1 or 2 because he'll pick, you know, what's better for the lane. That's fine, I can give him 2 or 3. But I gotta know what we need. Like, that knowledge I don't have. Like, bluntly.
Yeah, so
Like-
I mean, I'm cool with just dropping AP like jungles and then just having alpha. Like alpha, I don't know what you're like most comfortable on. Like I just don't know. Like, because you were talking earlier about just like us playing like shit that we've deemed good, but it's like would you rather just play, you know, like control mage mid,
Your Syndra was crazy.
or do you like are you like really vibing with this fucking like quirky, you know, Lucian shit? Like what is your I don't know, like what is your like preferred, right?
I have no problem with the picks. I've always been accustomed to playing control mages.
Well, yeah, and Dane, I'm not gonna steal your but I just think everybody should just be like honest with like kind of like what they're gonna perform on it, because like I agree, right? I'm very similar, like yeah, I'll fucking play whatever, but it's like I'm not gonna play, you know, as good on assassin jungles than I am on just like an AP jungler, right? Just because of like my overall experience.
To key you in, Alpha, what he's saying is we just asked Balls what archetype he could play and told him to stick to it. So we're looking more for like a direct answer. It's like, do you want to play control mages? Do you want to play AD? Not what
What is
do you
your
want
archetype?
to ever, but what are you great at? And like, is it like anything but Yasuo? Because we as a team can't play around Yasuo.
Control mages, I've said this once, because the other champions I play are not really good for this type of playstyle. And yes, I excel at them. It's not because of only the playstyle.
So
Control
we're
mages.
gonna control mages, and I feel like that was originally said, but we know what the problem is about like playing control mages mid. Like
Right.
what's the big red flare about playing control mages mid?
I mean, generally,
Down
just
to scale.
Well, it's not that. It's like
Can't have an AP jungle.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
can't have an AP jungler. That's our issue. We ran into this issue day one. We asked to make the spreadsheet. This was the problem. So we throw Alpha onto AD champions, ranged AD champions mid, and honestly, I don't think he was doing bad. I think he was doing just fine. So that's not what I think the issue is. And if his best archetype is mage and your best archetype is mage, then that's where we have an issue, right? That's one of our issues. So we've deemed in this current iteration of the team that Rep's archetype of mages is more of a priority than Alpha's archetype of mages. So our current comp will be ranged AD mid laners and repped on mages in the jungle. That's our current archetype, right? That's our current setup.
Yes, that is what we have currently subscribed to. Yes.
So asking Alpha what he's good at is not even going to matter because we've already done it and we've blown it over because we as a team decided that we couldn't do that. And Alpha's like, you know what? Hey, that's cool. I'm down with playing AD mids. And that's what he's been doing. And I'd say that he is performing. If anything, he's not getting a chance to perform because we have other lanes losing the game before he gets a chance to perform.
Yeah.
So if that happens, there's nothing we can do. Or there's a lot of things we can do, but there's nothing he can do, especially by just being upfront and saying, hey, I'm really good at Syndra. Well, it's like, okay, great, but how do we achieve that? You know, we need to have an 80 top, tank jungle, 80 carry, and then a tank support. And then that would be where we could play an AP mid. So when we draft things like that, that is the case. You know, if we want to draft Sejuani, and then draft Syndra, and then draft 2 other melee champions, and then we have Chris on, honestly, I'd want to say, throw him on something with long range so he can participate, you know? Or maybe even Xayah so he can, follow up. You know, whatever the case may be. Varus. Then, we can draft those things. But, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I don't think me on, AP is, conducive to just, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it.
I agree. I think your tank performance especially is really good at jungle. Unrelated to that, yesterday.
I don't know. Oh, sorry, go.
I was just saying, yesterday, I literally looked at, the yesterday game that we won. I get that team was different, but, a lot of why we won was, it really enabled you, I felt to play the way you do.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I would also, somewhat push back on your, point, Dayton. I think it depends. I think it depends on the control mage pick. Because, if we go Syndra, we can always go, insert, Viego, fucking Xin Zhao, not Lee Sin, but, those type S champs, right?
I agree with that. I just want to say from my point of view, and I'm sure everyone can back me up on this, we mentioned that, and you pretty much gave a big sigh and said, I really would prefer to do anything but play an AD jungler.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I prefer.
And if we're fixing that now, if we're on that stage now, then great. But from up until this minute before, we were all under the impression that Rep would kill himself if he played an AD jungler, right?
Oh no, I 100% will, but also I'll kill myself more if we're just losing.
Yeah, and okay, so great. Then we have the lesser of 2 killing themselves.
Exactly.
But I there is compromise to find, and I agree with that 100%. I'd be so down for fucking Viego, Syndra. Then we have the craziest prio mid lane. We go bot lane, and it doesn't matter what the fuck our bot lane drafts because we're just gonna go kill them anyways. And then Todd can just play fucking Ornn and then whine. It's gonna be an easy game, right? But that's the thing. If Alpha doesn't want to play Tristana, and I'm not going to make him play Tristana. That means he can only play Lucian. And if Lucian has too many counters, then we can't always play Lucian. So then what does he play? He plays Corki. And he could play Yone, but I don't feel like Yone's that great. I feel like it can be great, but I don't feel like he's that great. I feel like the great picks are going to be Corki, Tristana at the moment, right? Those are our great AD mid picks. And so if we can only play one of those, and honestly, Like, he's doing fine on Lucian even, so maybe we can just draft Lucian. But Lucian's short range. So then we have to make sure we have someone that covers a lot of range. So then would we really want an AP, like, jungler? Or if we do, is it Karthus? Or is it, like, Zyra instead? Like, long story short, yes, there's a whole bunch of different things we can do. Our initial goal needs to be giving Balls a game plan. That's the first goal here. Balls says, like, hands down, if he has a basic game plan, he will be able to perform much, much better in the game. Okay, cool. How do we solve that? That's going to be Rept and Chris's job to figure out what that game plan means. If Rept says, hey, I want to take this dragon at 5 minutes, Balls, Rept, and Chris all need to be on the same page with what that means, because dragon's always going to be bot side. So, you know, bot lane is a two-way street too, and I get that AD carries can't always do things, but by metrics from what I have seen people solo queue AD carry and still have a 90% win rate. And if that's the case, that means it can be done. I don't expect that out of Chris, but if it can be done by one person, then it can be done by 3 people working together.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it's not impossible. What's up?
What are your thoughts on your tank jungle picks over AD?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this, like, if I'm playing tank jungles, then it's like,
Then I play AD top.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
But what people just really need to, like, identify, like, what the fuck they need.
Mhm.
Because like, if I'm playing a tank jungler and I'm literally just perma clearing all day because, like, I'm dog shit and I can't just, like, decipher where I need to be at all times, then it's like, then there's no point. Like, just pick me something like Viego or something that I can just perma clear on, and then somewhat be useful.
Sure.
Because
I was just wondering your opinion, because I know we've had a lot of success with you on that. I'm not saying that's why, it's because of that pick, but I'm just curious, because statistically it seems like we perform well with that.
Yeah. I mean, if I was to say, like, I think utility jungle is just very strong, and I feel like the way the patches are going, it's going to be even stronger.
You know what? I could agree with that 100%, but I'll tell you right now from watching that Sejuani game yesterday, the only reason why we have any performance out of tank junglers being, like, opposing to everything else is because Rept will actually go in.
Yeah.
Rept does take the risks. Rept does make the plays. Like, I know I showed that play yesterday of, like, Rept going in by himself on Sejuani and it turning into a great play. Then I had to explain a whole bunch of reasons why it was the case, how other people could communicate. But the idea is that if this guy can see those angles, that's going to be why a lot of times he's going to perform on support pick or on utility jungler picks in that way. Because our team currently lacks that. That's what our team lacks. So if that's Balls just fucking sending it like an enter, like, go watch some Mickey X VODs and just go see what the fuck that guy runs it down to. But, like, the idea is, like, your team's going to fucking tell you when you did a stupid ass play. Your team's going to be like, hey, you cannot do this right now. And then they're going to explain why. And then you're going to have to think it through and be like, okay, these are all the times that this applies to, etc. Right? You know, but I feel like that's pretty easy to learn. Play 10 games, play the same archetype, and figure it out, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, I like, correct me if I'm wrong, like, anybody here, I just think the thing we need is, like, just, like, a legitimate direction. Kind of, like, do we just want Balls engaged? And then, like, have, you know, like, myself or Todd be supplementary engaged? Cool. Or do we want me to be, like, main engaged, and then we could still play, like, you know, tank supports, and then, you know, he can also be engaging, or, like, I mean, because, like, the general proof of concept from, like, League of Legends fucking pro play since conception has been, like, utility jungler, and except for very, like, off metas, and then engage support. So, like, do we want to subscribe to that? Or does Chris want, like, Milio, Lulu, fucking Karma, you know, insert e-girl support? Because, I mean, like, Todd is playing tank, so it's like, do we really want to draft 3 tanks?
No, of course not. I'm just listening and looking at kind of our strengths here, that's all. And I feel
Yeah.
like you don't necessarily have to play a tank, but I feel like if you have some kind of engage utility, whatever it might be, that is by far your strong point, like Dayton was just saying. And I don't really see a reason why we wouldn't lean into that. Not necessarily that you have to play a tank, but just like, that's usually the most self-sustainable that doesn't make you want to blow your brains out.
Yeah, go buttons.
Yeah, that's just what I'm hearing. And like, yes, we can certainly adjust and work on like, we can certainly have you just be able to pull the trigger easier with me repped, but like at the same time, I don't also understand why we wouldn't lean into that as well.
I
Yeah.
also want to push back a bit on the idea that 3 tanks is inherently bad. There are a ton of comps that it can work, especially like protect the ADC comp,
Well, yeah.
which plays well into Chris's Jinx Zeri sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
I think Chris is good enough to play a game with 3 tanks.
Yeah.
Especially if we have control mage mid because of the 3 tanks. I mean, not ideal, and it's not like I can't play non-tank top lane.
Well, and I mean, I think it's just more like align. Like, I don't know. I want us to just like align on like our actual strengths rather than like somebody just being like, oh yeah, like I can, and it's like, okay, well, like, what does that mean? Because like I can say, you know, I can fucking play Hecarim, or I can play Gragas, but it's like, yo, like
I can play a lot of things, guys, just not in my
exactly. So it's like if Mundo is up and you play Mundo, like why are we going to put you on insert fucking thing here?
Right.
But then also like, okay, well we can't be drafting Mundo and then drafting Milio bots and then drafting fucking an AP jungle.
Yep.
Because then it's like, okay, cool, now we can just not play the game. Sick. So and this is why I'm saying like it's just so much easier if it's like, yo, jungle, we're just like jungle support, we're drafting it. And then like as long as both of us understand it, then yeah, there could be a game where maybe I go Xin Zhao, or maybe I go, you know, insert bruiser here, but we're not like forgoing, you know, engage.
I
But,
think
like, we're just like drafting randomly. It feels like,
Yeah, I could understand that.
other than like AP jungle, AD mid. Those are like the real like solidified things, I guess.
Here's a good shout, I think. We, as a team, probably are never going to be good enough to play 1-3-1 properly.
Agreed.
So, what things make us a 1-3-1 comp? It would be a Todd split pushing character and a Alpha split pushing character. That would be something like Corki, right? Where he wants to scale, he wants to catch side waves. So then the answer would be that if Todd is going to be the 4th person, we can draft a side laning mid laner. And then if we have Todd being the side laning like top laner, then we want to draft a stronger team fighting mid laner. So if that's going to be the case, what I'm thinking is we pick Mundo top, we're picking like fucking Syndra Orianna mid laner, and then we're picking 80 like Viego jungle, and then we're picking stronger bot lane. It doesn't even really matter what our bot lane is, honestly, in reality. We probably want to tank so we can have some engage on the team. Like engage with a bruiser engage. You know, we have bruiser jungle, and then we have tank like bot lane, and then we have like 80 carry to follow up on it. You know, if that's Zeri or if that's whatever the fuck. Like that's gonna be the way things work. And like I think I was telling Alpha this earlier, and I think Todd you can agree, like a lot of side laning is drawing that second person to come try to fuck with you, otherwise you're getting too much away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so if that's going to be our game plan, then we need balls to know that, okay, once we see that second person fucking top lane or bot lane, that man is flash E-ing on someone or flash Qing on someone.
Yep.
Well, I already know that.
Yes, but like it's hard to implement it if like no one's ever going to talk about it. You know,
Yeah,
you can.
no, absolutely. I think it's
put
something we
all
need
in,
to still talk about. But
this is a direction
I
where
made
you-
split pushers for years, so I know that element.
Right. So if, like,
know.
Balls knows how to play like a split pusher, so then we can utilize having one split pusher on the team. I just explained to Alpha how to better play a split pusher, so now he knows. And then if Todd already knows because Todd's a top laner and he plays Mundo, who is just inherently a split pusher, then like, okay, that can be a strength of the team. Right? The strength of the team is we have 3 people who understand top lane very well. Okay, or 2 at least, and then 1 person who like understands mid lane and side laning like well. So like if that's the case, then we can start playing around that because people are going to understand how to pull the trigger once they start getting into scenarios they can understand. So Yeah, I'd say like from here on out, Balls just gets 2 champions, maybe 3, all of the same archetype. Doesn't fucking matter if the lane's scuffed or not. You two are gonna figure it out. Like, if I'm playing Rengar into Lee Sin, you know the last thing I'm doing is fighting with the fucking Lee Sin. The most important thing that I'm doing is being anywhere that the Lee Sin's not and trying to get myself ahead so that I can fight the Lee Sin. Okay, so if that looks like that, then we draft a scuffed bot lane, we pick fucking Ezreal AD carry, Balls goes and does whatever the fuck he needs to do to win the game, and then Chris farms and then he can perform later. And if he doesn't have agency for a game, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you agree with that, Chris?
Yeah.
So, like, if we're cool with things like that, then yeah, let's... Balls, what are your 2 best engage
There you go.
archetype? What's up?
There you go. I just sent it.
Oh, sorry. I'm on my phone, so I have to, like...
Oh, well, I can just verbally then.
Alright, Nautilus, Thresh, Leona, Nami. Alright, so we're playing Nautilus, Leona, most likely every game. If that starts getting banned, then we have to start thinking that through, okay? That's a problem for later, though. If it starts getting banned, we're going to worry about that later. I might just throw you on Poppy for fun, because that's a comfort pick at least. You know...
Chris, what are your, because like I know that's what we've been playing, so like I'm just curious, like what are your thoughts like on that?
You said that's what we've been playing on.
Like for support, like that's what we've been. I would say that's what we've played the most is like Nautilus, Leona.
We've played one Nautilus game. I think we've been playing like.
Yes.
I think we've mostly been playing like Leona, Braum are probably our top 2. And then we have like a Melio game in there. And then in terms of me and Balls playing on our own, we've played Lulu. and,
Other
like,
things, yeah.
Thresh, I think, was like the other one.
Okay, then let me rephrase. How do you feel about those 2 champions?
I mean, they're standard. I think they're fine. Like, they're blindable. They work in most scenarios. Like, they're the most, like, if you understand what I mean by honest, like, they're very honest characters.
And then I guess, Chris, you understand that if they draft Janna, that probably means your lane is no longer going to be a strong lane, and like you just need to farm out and wait for your team to do something. And some games your team won't be good enough to do something, and that'll be frustrating. I understand that, but that's how it goes.
And,
you know,
and that's where like more what I'm alluding to, because like you're very like, yo, our lane has to be good, and like I'm just curious if that's like don't like. If we're in a game where you literally just can't fucking play, like
okay,
are you mentally going to be able to handle that?
To be fair to Chris, we're
'Cause I
playing
can't.
champions at the moment in AD carry that need the lane to be better than what it is. You know, if Chris is playing Ezreal, maybe he doesn't care so much that the lane's not like fucking pushing permanently and we're getting tower plates and staying ahead with the enemy carry. You know, it's that
He does.
We're-
I've
well-
seen Chris on Ezreal, bro. He does. Trust me.
I agree.
Look. I'm
you know,
telling you right now.
Punish
trust
him
me.
anyway, but I agree.
Like this is why I'm asking this question, because I'm telling you right now.
okay.
I mean, like, I guess the problem is
he's
more
booming,
like...
bro.
It's not that I'm mental booming if, like...
he's booming.
if
I'm
they have
telling
push,
you.
but if they like let's say they're pushing the lane and like for example, like game 1 we're getting pushed in by Jinx. In my opinion, like, all right, that makes sense. Like Jinx just like insta clears the wave, like whatever, you know, we're getting pushed in, it's fine. And then like they like level 2 roam mid and like they're like impacting the game, and like we're basically losing the game through bot lane because like their bot lane is just having more impact like on the map. Like, okay, now the game's frustrating because like not only are we like losing lane, but now like the bot lane's like also like impacting the rest of the map.
Can you
Or
tell
not.
me what we drafted for the 4 champions bot lane?
What's up?
What did we draft in game 1 for bot lane and enemy bot lane?
It was Xayah Braum versus Jinx Leona.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unironically, that sounds really bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Is it just worth just like playing ranged supports?
No, it's not worth it. The issue is, I think here, Chris, like you're going to need to figure out how to win your lane with your subpar support.
Damn.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna go let out my dog for a minute.
Amen, brother.
My bad.
That's alright, I got 200 shreds less than Todd, it's okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm
now,
playing now, balls.
I know. Oh, no, he's
That's
consistent. Oh, he's
statement-
consistent. I remember those words.
That statement came out a lot harsher than I really meant it to be.
That's a far support. In fear of being.
You know, I could say,
Real.
like
Just
I
say your
didn't-
fucking feelings, Dayton. Damn.
No, I said a good word. I feel like subpar was being like very good. You know, like I
There's
don't
no way you just said
I don't-
subpar is really good.
I don't
I want to know what word you were thinking
He
of.
didn't say dog shit. He said subpar. It's a nicer
You
word.
should hear, you should hear what he's really thinking.
no, I
Dog shit. You're like cat shit. It's not as bad.
I can just imagine Dayton, like, you know, special needs, like, you know, daycare. Like, oh, you look at all these so subpar children.
Yeah, exactly. Put it into the context. Exactly.
That was crazy.
Okay. Thank you guys for understanding that sometimes I cannot even word things properly. To be real though, what I meant by that statement was, Chris, you're gonna have to find a way to smurf the lane. I don't know what that means. You'll need to figure that out.
I mean, the other thing, like, though, is, like, I think, like, the bot lanes we played against yesterday and today have been, like, better than most of the bot lanes we played against, too, you know? Like,
Yep.
they were, like,
Then
forcing
You
threes,
turned
and if,
bottom
like,
you and stepped up.
yeah.
They were higher rank.
Yeah, they were
The
higher
Ares'
ranked.
job is usually to call for the wave. Okay. A lot of times in shot calling and like communication parts of like AD carry's job is going to be about the wave. Like, you're fortunate top lane has to do like all three of the types of calls or thoughts to go through. Where is the jungler? How do I win my 1v1? And what the fuck about my wave? Do I need to call for jungler? Fortunately for you in the AD carry, your job is to think about the 2v2 and to think about the wave, and then your support's job is to think about the 2v2 and to think about the jungler. So it's split pressure on both of you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think part of that is, like, we just need to review, because I think, like,
Absolutely.
in game, it feels like there was, like, at least, like instances where, like I may, like, say something about the wave, like, oh, like, they just, like, pushed us in as Jinx level 1, right? And now we're playing Leona, not Jinx, MF, and I'm like, okay, like, we should get shove here. And then we didn't get shove, and I'm like, now I'm confused. Like, not confused because of why it happened, but confused as to, like now I'm, like, outside of, like, what I expected.
Got it.
Like, I guess,
So-
like, how Rep mentioned being overwhelmed because he doesn't understand what's happening. Like, it's similar. I'm like,
Got it.
huh.
So if they're not shoving and you instead can get the shove and you find that like overwhelming, right? Is that what you're saying?
The gameplay happening outside of expectation. Like, I expect, like for example, like, Rep made the example, like, oh, we said we're, like, gonna be there for first Drake and we're not there. Like, it's very confusing to me because I was, like, preparing for that. Similar, like, if I'm expecting, like, and this isn't, like, me, like, saying, like, oh, this is Ball's fault. I'm saying, like, even if I misplay and, like, I don't get the criteria that I expected, then it's, like, an uncomfortable situation, right? And, like, that's just something that's been happening a lot these past few, like, games. Like, normally, like, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, we should get pushed this lane. Or sometimes, like, even in the past, it's been like, oh, like, this is like a 40-60 lane, but, like, if we play it well, we can get push. And then you just kind of feel it out for a bit. But if it feels like it's, like, supposed to be, like, 70-30 or, like, 80-20, like, in my head, and it, like, goes the opposite way, it's like, what the fuck?
Okay. I
confusion.
agree with that. For the risk part of things, I always play around 70-30 risks, which is basically like my own risk assessment is something has to be 70% good for me to deem it worthy of me leaving my camps, especially the lower the elo it goes.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm saying in that statement is I'm always going to prioritize myself before I prioritize any other person, because I will be the best player in that game and I will carry that game.
Yeah.
If that's the ego you need, Chris, then like get that through, dude. If they're not pushing in the wave, you fucking look at them like they're fucking dog shit because they don't know how to play their champions. And how do we take advantage of those players not knowing how to play their champions? Hey, we can dive these fuckers on repeat because they don't know how to fucking play the lane.
I get it, but, like, it's also, like, that's been, like, the, like, problem, right? Like, or, like, the criticism that... The biggest criticism that I've gotten on the team is, like, just trying to do too much. Like, that's, like, actually, like, the biggest criticism, right? So, like, not that... And, like, I don't disagree that, like, sometimes, you know, like, I don't need to, like, take as much of a risk, right?
Right.
But, like, it's just, like, I guess, like, right now in this moment it's weird because, like, it's usually like the opposite. And not that I don't disagree that it probably is like the biggest issue up to this point. It's just like right now, like we like swapped positions around, and like, you know, other problems that we used to have we don't have anymore, and new problems arose, right? Like
Yep,
before
new
the
teams
biggest, before the problems were like, you know, we had like small champ pools and like mid jungle. No one really pulled the trigger, right? Like now the problems are just like different.
Yep.
And Chris,
Yeah.
I want to go back to what you said about like the issue being you were too like pushing forward.
Mhm.
I think that connects back to the game plan. I think it's okay for you to do that if we have a team that might allow you to do that. But I don't think that is the case in a lot of the scaling games we've been playing.
Mhm.
So I don't think the issue is that you're too aggro. I think it's that your aggroness isn't really facilitated by what we chose to do.
Mhm.
100% agree with that one, because a lot of the times I have said like, hey, we have a game plan to scale up. That means we need to take our short wins that we get, and
Mhm.
if that just means your short win is not getting shoved in so you get more CS or more agency, like that's your short win. Don't get overwhelmed by that. Just realize that like now you're not losing as much. You might not having to do more,
Yeah.
but you're not losing as much. The same thing, you know, with if we expend a lot of resources and we're this scaling comp, like let's make sure that we salvage it. And if we can't salvage it, then it's probably doomed. But like, you know, that's a live and learn lesson. And I think like, you know, that dragon play that we had the other day, like, was a pretty good live and learn lesson as to like, we drafted a comp that wants to play with 2 items, and we went for too much of a fight when we didn't have 2 items, and we lost the game because of that play. You know, like it's the way it goes sometimes, right?
I do want to make like a final kind of like thing with this is just like maybe like an explanation towards like why gameplay sometimes looks the way it does is and like, you know, if you guys disagree, let me know. But a lot of times, like a lot of like matchups and like the way like a lot of lanes are played, it's like if I play too passive, the lane is like hard losing. Like if Nautilus, for example, if it like, let's just say it's like Nautilus Braum or Thresh Braum, and like Thresh Nautilus, and because we go into it with the mindset of like let's play defensive, like if we just kind of like sit back and they like start zoning us, like it's worse off than if we like in a way you have to fight a little bit to like make the lane like even, right? It's like there's some like risk that you have to take inherently. You can't just say like I'm gonna play safe and then like sit back all game and then not expect to lose because you're gonna go down like 40 CS, or like support's just gonna roam and like fuck your team because you don't have any like priority to like get information or do things on the map, right? But there's but I understand like you don't need to like have a winning matchup to always be like a lot of times like the winning matchup just means like maybe your timer to be strong is like more frequently, but that doesn't mean just because you're on the weaker side you don't have a timer to be strong, right?
No, you're right. You know what? I think
There's a middle ground to be found.
100%.
Okay,
I'm saying it as like
you...
an explanation towards like why things sometimes look the way they do.
It makes sense. I will explain it in how I think of it, and maybe hopefully it makes sense and can be agreed with.
Mm-hmm.
From my knowledge, just because you have a comp that is supposed to scale, you are absolutely not supposed to give up resources. That is not what that means. But in reality, what that means is you don't all in someone on level 2, level 3. You know you can't 2v3 someone at level 5.
Yeah.
That's what that means in reality, is you're not going to go for fucking risky, stupid plays. It does not mean that you can't get your shove here, can't contest these resources here, can't fight back a little bit, and if someone's fucking trolling, we're taking advantage of that. What's up?
Going back to the risk aversion thing, like Dayton said, the 70-30 rule. If you're playing safer, that might turn into like an 80-20 or 90-10 rule.
Yeah, it's. I would never go for a 90-10. Like,
Yeah.
90-10 too safe.
Right.
In reality, if we're playing an aggressive early game, it's probably going to be a 60-40. Take your fucking risks, get your lead, be better. But that's because we're drafting a comp where we're supposed to be better. You know, we're a lot of our strengths in general are just better than theirs. That's when we would draft a comp like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we're not drafting that kind of comp. So 70-30 really just means, like, do you think you're going to lose a lot off of this? Like, dude, Chris, you remember that fucking game we're playing, like, Emilio Jinx bot lane?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm, like, half trolling about the fact that their AD carry is about to come back and die and then lose that whole ass wave.
Yeah.
Like,
they're 5-0 AD carry. You're like,
yeah, they're
give 'em this
5
kill for
like,
it's really good.
Their 3-0 AD carry, like, comes back and, like, is still, like, 2 levels under us because of, like, because all we had to do was call for our jungler at a good time. Because we made a bad play early on in the game and wasted sums. Like, you know, it's a risk a little bit to, like, make plays like that. But, like, if you know how to follow up on those risks too, then it's fine. But you kind of got to learn how to follow up on those risks, you know? If I don't make that play to call for our jungler to come and punish the fact that we just made a play, and we sucked at it, but we made a play, and then our jungler comes and punishes them for the play that we lost, then it's like it turned out fine. It turned out to be almost an even play, you'd say, at the end of the day. And then we were still weaker because guess what? We were the fucking, like, the weaker comp side of it.
Yeah.
And we weren't actually strong until, like, actual mid-game.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you can punish plays being made. You can think things through. You can take risks, even though you're playing like a scaling comp.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't fucking go 2-23.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
That-
you don't.
Well, that's a little too hard, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, if that sounds good, then, like,
Yeah.
I think we're at this point kind of talking in circles.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to lead us in a recap? Do we want me to lead us in a recap? Do we feel like we've all said our points and our frustrations up to this moment and can go into just a small recap and end off tonight's call?
Yeah.
When's your availability for the 2v2 idea?
I'm going to talk
Especially
to
with your next week, yeah.
call, and I will let you guys know.
Okay.
I will have an answer to you probably before you guys wake up tomorrow, or might before you go to sleep tonight. So I'll have to let you know then. First, I want to give her or make sure she says yes because I didn't want to ask publicly just so she didn't feel pressured to do it. So I just want to make sure I get like a actual yes and not like a I said yes because I felt like I had to. So once I get that conversation out of the way, then we'll move forward to like actually doing it. If that's the case, you know, I'm off tomorrow. I can give you guys my Olive Garden schedule. My work schedule for SHI stays the same. But you know, if I have like, if I'm giving you my schedule, if y'all are able to work around that, maybe, if maybe somehow you can find 30 minutes tomorrow after your kids go to sleep to play, even if you're a little bit drained, then like let's do it. You know.
Okay.
I can always play after my kids. That's the thing.
Yep.
All right.
So, on that talking point, it's we get some practice in for Chris and Balls. We have more of a pre-game plan that is discussed by multiple members to come together for objectives or ideas that we have about the game. If we are saying we're contesting something, how do we contest that? What do all of the angles look like for that? Do we need to make sure we have items? Do we need to make sure that we have spikes? Do we need to make sure that we have fucking summoner spells up? Like, if Chris wasted his flash and now we can't contest this because they can just fucking flash Nautilus hook him, then maybe it's not a good idea to fight it, you know? But we can come to those conclusions together as a group. That being said, I think we discussed champ pools well. We have now had some AD mids open up, or sorry, AD junglers open up, which means we can start playing some more control mages mid, which is our mid laner specialty. That we will have comps that look like 4-1s more consistently than anything else. I don't know if we have a great team fighting comp, but I think 4-1s would be, a lot of people understand how to play around that. Chris understands that he has to sack a wave if Balls gets countered, and that's just, or sack some agency because Balls gets countered, and that's just the way it goes. And I think from then, like, we played a little by ear. Overall, like, the only consistent problem that both teams have had so far is communication. And that's because we still have a lot of the same people on the same team. So let's start working with communication. You know, if that is really just stop all privately messaging me and instead message everyone in the server. And you know what? Let's make a team chat where not everyone in the server has to read all of our DMs, and maybe that would make it easier for us to have a conversation. You know, maybe it's like I don't want to have 20 people reading my frustrations about us 5 as players, but I'm totally down for the people involved to be reading my frustrations. I might word it a little bit nicer than if they weren't involved in the conversation, but that'll be the way it goes, and then we can actually have a productive conversation. Let's try to make sure that we're not attacking people whenever we have conversations like that, and then we'll move on from there, you know? So if that's something we want to try, let's make up a team chat, and then let's start doing it. Otherwise, I think we covered everything.
Chris, you know how to do that, right?
Make a chat.
Yes.
You can make a voice, or you can make voice chats, and you can make team chats that are just or regular text chats. Sorry, that's.
I just asked because you made some comments before about Discord things. Just checking.
I made
can
the
help.
server that we're in.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
I'm a bit tech
So-
savvy.
Do we feel like we got everything out? Everything's covered? Are we feeling happy and a little less tilted from the last 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay, so
There
let's.
is one more thing that I actually want to bring up.
What's up?
Late in the game, I noticed Rep got a bit upset at, I believe, Alpha, because Alpha didn't TP.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Wait, when? What game?
Oh, second game. There was a good opportunity, or
Did
I don't know if it was good.
I thought the only
But you
time
and
I was
Alpha-
getting mad was at Chris.
No, it was at Chris, bro. Because Chris fucking was like, I need to catch midwave. Is Alpha and I are just like all inning.
Yeah, that was,
Okay,
that
that
was
was
later.
great.
That's a different point.
Yeah, I don't think I got mad at anybody for not TPing.
Though I will be honest, it did sound like you were getting mad at Alpha at that point.
It did.
No. I was pissed.
Like you were, like literally Alpha says something, and you're just like, really fucking dude, or something like that, and Alpha's like, what? I was like, oh my gosh.
No. It was directed at Chris because Alpha and I were like, yo, like, let's go in. But like no.
I understood after.
Yeah, they had no not R or whatever. So like, yo, we're fighting, and as we're fighting, Chris is like, I need to catch mid, and it's like, no, we're, and then Alpha and I just like suicided into oblivion.
I think that is something that I wanted to bring up before we had this conversation, but that I feel will be fixed by a lot of what we talked about, is the idea that we have separate issues going into team fights. Usually, like we have separate ideas. Like that one time, my Mundo versus your Sedge, but that one worked out. Or like Chris's idea of catching midwave. I think that comes from having a lack of a shot caller, and I think that Rep's direction is usually the best one to follow. But that is just something to keep in mind that we have struggled with.
You know what I'm saying is,
I will say a majority of the time, if we're, I imagine you were fighting in the jungle, around an objective, presumably at this team fight.
Yo, did we not
yeah,
just say we should?
so Drake was coming up. They just
Yeah,
went to
great.
Nova
Oh,
and
If you guys can
I'm
get
gonna
like
tell
more
you
vision in
right
this
now,
area.
the,
What
like,
about mid? We need.
there's a
Oh, sure.
90-10 rule for catching midwave. There is rarely a 10% time ever that you don't want to try to get your mid shoved, or at least like
We got
broken,
Vel'Koz over the wall,
and
that's
like have
great.
both people not be there
Yo,
on
did
the
we not
next
just say we
midwave.
should-
So,
Bro.
yeah. So whereas like I relatively agree, like
Bro.
Get like
there's
crazy with it.
3 bot. I think Vel'Koz was
That would
mid.
be
We
Drake,
have
maybe. If you guys can get like more vision
top,
in this area.
top,
You gotta get this.
and like
Oh,
Drake
bro,
Soul Point. Soul is literally spawning, and we're like 8K
We
behind.
got Vel'Koz over the wall though. That's like not great.
Maybe not 8K.
Yo, did
And
we
it was
not
like
just say
they
we should-
expended their not R, got nothing,
Bro.
and then like 3 of us were there.
I think
Well-
we're going too deep in this play. I wanted the main idea to be talking about the differences between ideas for plays like this.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I'm down. We don't have to argue this specific play, especially because I can't even think of it at the moment because I didn't see it.
I just feel like it's just like a very general thing. Like, like Alpha even said it. Like, bro, like at that point, like we just need to like do what like the person calling the play is.
I agree.
I agree with that. I will agree with that. If there's going to be someone we trust as our team fighter, then we need to have every person trust the call, and then you know what? At the end of the game, we can all say, "Fuck you, rep. You were wrong."
Yeah, no, bro,
I'm on
because
board
like,
with that.
yo, straight up, like in playoffs last team, like I made a call and it was fucking horrible, and we ended up losing the game, and it was like, yep, like that's nobody's fault but mine. But like everybody listened, and they were like, yeah, like you're a piece of shit. We lost because of you, and it's like, well, unfortunate.
It happens.
But like,
Sometimes you make a bad turn call.
Yeah. The way I feel about it is like if nobody's gonna like, and I say man up, like not derogatory. Like if nobody's gonna like man up and like take that helm of like doing it, then I don't think that people should like not follow the person who is right.
I definitely agree. And I don't think
because then that builds like insane frustration with me because it's like, okay, so you're nonverbal all game, and I'm trying my best to like calm, and then you're just like blatantly disregarding it. Not saying Chris but I'm just saying like this has happened. I mean, it's not the first time this has happened on a team, right? So that's just generally how I view it. Not that I'm right or wrong. But
I think it's a good shout, Todd. I think if we're gonna have, I think coming to the conclusion that we have one team fight shot
If you
caller,
guys can get like more vision in
and
this
kind of all
area.
agreed on that before we had this conversation. You know, in the past like 30 minutes with the hard conversation.
If you guys can get like more vision.
The best at initiating plays. If we do have that person calling for a play, then we need to have everyone pay attention. And then Chris afterward gripes about how he didn't get to catch that mid wave, and he thinks it would have been better, regardless of if it wins the game or not. And then we can have a whole bunch of people debate it. You know, I'm sure everyone's had that play where they've had an argument with their friend about how good they think it was and how good it actually was, or how bad it actually was. And then they had fucking 20 people try to give an opinion on that play.
You gotta get.
To get a basis of it, you know.
generally, Chris and I every time we talk.
Right. I actually think that was like how me and Chris originally started talking. Was he was like, "Hey, so can you tell me how I should be positioning in this bot lane brush? Because my support didn't think it was the right thing."
Oh, sounds like Chris.
Who was I talking
And-
about? Probably was Ross at the time. I was probably yelling.
Yo,
It
shut
was- no,
the
it wasn't
fuck up, bro. It was me, bro. 100%.
Like, bro, like this guy thinks that like I shouldn't be positioned here.
Yeah.
Like,
We shouldn't be sitting in this brush, and then Zach kind of agrees. But how do you?
oh
feel
yeah,
about
no, oh yeah, I remember it now too. I was like, bro, you need to stop hitting the wave. You just need to sit in this bush and cheese them with me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
It was 100% the play, bro. I know exactly what play you're talking about, and that play was
I was like, yeah, like-
100%
I mentioned
the
a follow-up
play, bro.
question.
Yeah.
What's up?
A lot of the times we will have top or support on a tank with the go button. Do we want that go button to override anything rep says? Do we want to be forced to go on that go button, or do we want rep to be able to override that and say no?
I think support can override it, and support can do it as long as they communicate it. Or like the person engaging with a go button can do it if they communicate it. Or it should be if rep says it, then they do it. And if they did it wrong, reps can tell them how they did it wrong, but it's not their fault for doing it wrong. Because it was someone else's idea. It wasn't something that they thought of originally to do.
Yeah, I don't think we should ever like cultivate an environment where people like can't be proactive.
Yep.
Because then that's just like begging for us to just be like shit, right? But it like if Balls is just perma like, yo, I don't know if I can ever look unless if rep says, yo, you need to look. It just
That sounds terrible.
it's just
That's
Right.
also not me. That sounds terrible to me too.
My question was more along the lines of if rep says no and Balls says yes, what do we do?
I mean, if you have a generalized shot caller and they say, no, this isn't the play right now, then the answer is no.
You follow the general, yeah.
Yeah, you follow the person who you've elected as your shot caller, your leader.
Yeah.
So
Those like
if-
split decisions you could follow.
Yeah, if fucking Balls is like, hey, I got a good pick here, I'm going in, or like, hey, most likely the calm will look like on Janna, on Zaya, on Ezreal,
I
on
thought
whatever.
Dragon
Like that's
Man.
gonna be the only call
Bro's
he can make.
crazy with
Like
it.
it is everyone's job to follow up on that call as best as they can. And if they can't, you know, we bitch at Balls for making a bad play.
But we should attempt a follow-up.
Yeah, we should attempt.
Yep.
We should trust our teammate to make a play because he sees an angle. So let's fucking get to that angle with him.
And that's important to mention because there have been times we have not done that.
Yep, I agree. I'm sure.
So my
But yeah,
comp will definitely just be that support is so easy, but anyway.
I mean, Not everybody can be Afro Moo, bro.
There it is. Yeah. See, I'm not too old, am I?
No, I'm old enough.
Thank you. Well, I don't like that response though. That makes me uncomfortable. Your wording today has been something. Just gonna say that.
I'm dead fucking tired, bro. I work 2 jobs.
Fuck all of you. Yes, I agree. Stop
I'm
fucking
walking
playing your
around.
own game.
And
Can we just, like,
I'm up an hour past
Oh
what I
my
wanted to be. I needed to shower like an hour ago.
and go to bed.
No, I mean I wanted to be here to help mediate this. I mean, this.
I mean, they could have waited till another day though.
Yes,
Crazy.
but it's.
Nah, fam, I was not fucking waiting.
Oh, wonderful MF here.
I feel like if you wait, it's kind of grief.
Okay.
Well, like
Some of us can wait, some of us can't.
well,
Balls, you can wait.
Hey,
Balls is a really fucking nice person. Okay.
go fuck
like it-
yourself.
Okay.
If I
No, just kidding. I had to do it. So what if I'm Midwest nice? Don't worry about it. I'll clean
Yeah.
your gutters, you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck me, and I'm an animal. I'm a pig. But yeah, I mean, my wording has sucked a little bit because I wanted to stay up and hang out just a little bit to make sure things went over smoothly. I mean, this is how I got to be like the quote head person of this team, or the head coach at least. Was the other fucking time that I did this, right? But I mean, I'm supposed to be the person that holds everyone accountable, right? That's what we agreed. So like, I feel like if we're having a conversation like this, then I should be here, able to like hold people accountable or say like shit that needs to be said. If not, everyone will be saying shit that needs to be said. You know,
GG.
yeah, GG.
Good luck next season. No.
Jesus Christ.
I think let me get back to you guys with that schedule. Let me get my yes first, and then I'll get back to y'all with the schedule. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Sounds good.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna head
Sure.
out as
Good
well.
night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.